Good evening, good evening. How are we doing? I feel like this is very quiet. Yep, it is. It's very, very, very quiet. There we are. Happy Monday, folks. How are we doing? Hope we're all having a good one. It's fresh today, ain't it? Or it is here, anyway. But I go so far as to say it's bloody cold over here. I feel like things have changed this weekend. We've transitioned from whatever the heck we were on before the weekend to something entirely different after it. But I'm sure once I fire up Starfield, I'll soon start to warm up. It usually goes that way. How's everyone's weekend been? We've had a good one. Yeah. Wife and I decided, well, we went off and spent the weekend with friends, which was good. Had dinner and things and such, and yeah, it was a nice weekend. And back in, ready to dive back in. Evening Tango, evening Zach, hope you're both doing well. Plan today, I think, is head over and meet up with UC Steph and do begin the second major thread of the Vanguard questline, because after you join the Vanguard, it splits. Or rather, it continues on and they offer you a second questline. That second questline being help UC Steph deal with the Crimson Fleet. So that is our plan today. Deep cover, apparently. We're going undercover. So, by all accounts, this should be a fun and quite well-regarded... excuse me. quite well-regarded storyline. So, looking forward to diving into that. We got a whole bunch of side quests done over the last few days, sort of back into last week. That was cool. And, set up ready and raring to go, I think. Could try out Tombstone if I need to. We'll see how this goes, because I suspect this is going to be interesting. Probably less fighting, although there might be a bit. We'll see. Yeah, doing good, thanks, Tingy. Slightly chilly, but otherwise good. How doing, Patron? Found a plant that can be grown in the greenhouse that makes adhesive. Very nice. I'm glad you got there at last. Bit of a battle, but discovered eventually, I gather. Let's stop that doing annoying things. And I think we are about ready to go. How you doing, okay? Started New Game Plus, but decided to go back to the not New Game Plus. Fair enough. It does change things up, I gather, the New Game Plus. We'll see. I don't know if I'll be dealing with that or not. Probably not, but we'll see. Either way, I suppose it's just primarily the constellation. Well, I don't know what it is, actually. We'll have to look into it. It's all weird and stuff, isn't it? Anyway. I think I pressed pause, didn't I? I did. Can't remember if I actually did that or not. So, currently hanging out in Aquila. We'll need to head over... Oh, I did not, apparently. I thought about it and then the song ended. So yeah, apparently we need to head over to the Sol system and meet up with the UC Vigilance, which is where we'll be starting our new quest. Here's my new apartment that we're currently hanging out in Aquila City. I decorated this place up. Video went up on Saturday. If you haven't checked it out, can thoroughly recommend. I had fun with that one. Came out quite well. Sorry to hear that, Ogre. Sad to hear. Yeah, keeping busy is the way forward, I think. Yeah, I could see my ship from here. I could see my house from here. Hey there, buddy. I might have to mug you in an alleyway for your clothes. What are you wearing? Jumpsuit, aren't you? Oh, hello, Sam. That reminds me, I'm not sure whether or not... oh, ow. Eyeball is playing up. Sam might not be the... She's got a nice outfit and all. Sam may or may not be the right person to have with me for this particular quest line, because we're going to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet, and I could see him not being so cool with that.
If you're looking for a sidearm, I recommend Laredo's firearm vent.
Yes. Bunch of people hanging out, having a chitter-chatter.
Gravity is a harsh mistress, and here even more so.
True that. It's, was it 1.5 here? 1.51, yeah. Some heavy gravity. How are you doing, honey? Have I been to the Apollo landing site? I have not yet, no. Not spent a lot. Don't think I've spent much, if any, time at all on the moon, actually. I don't think. We went there for one quest, but it was more in orbit, really, rather than actually being on the moon. So, yeah, I don't think I've landed there. Eventually, no doubt. Thought the music was off.
Hope you've enjoyed your stay here.
Fix that.
Get the hell out.
I feel like I need to update my ship and get a new outfit, really, to do this quest line. But
We're in orbit,
it is what it is. I don't have the perks and stuff yet, the skills. So we'll have to do without. We'll manage. Let's go.
Jump complete. Want to do it again, just for fun? No? Maybe later.
Fun? No. We're going to do it again because I can't jump all the way to the Sol system from Xion in one go at the moment. So, we need to go and meet the UC Vigilance, which is in orbit above Phobos. Which is one of Mars's quite unimpressive moons, apparently. Although it's listed as an asteroid. To be honest, I don't even... my knowledge of Mars, I have to admit, is a little more limited than that. I just thought another thing was going to be... No, I don't. We've run into her a few times, and she'll give me a bit of cash for stuff, but not really worth it right now.
Board's all green. Successful jump.
And here we are. So there's the Vigilance. Looking honking. I was going to do a thing. What was I going to do? I saw a thing that I wanted to do. Nope. I do not know. Nope, I got no idea. Something went into my head and then probably right out of it again. So let's go and dock with Vigilance. I should probably have hailed them first and actually communicated. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to set the correct quest on.
And we're docked.
That might be a good idea, mightn't it? There we are. Commander Tuala of the Vanguard provided me with an assignment. Report to UC Vigilance and speak to Commander Kibwe Ekande for details. That's what we're going to do. Currently looking rather freestar there. I should probably take my hat off. I don't think I have anything that's perhaps a little better suited on me to infiltrating the... no. Infiltrating the old Crimson Fleet. Mostly just caps. I could dress up as a Marine ambassador. Not a bad outfit, to be honest. Not really the sort of thing that makes you look like you're off to join pirates, though. Neither does the Argos suit. Argos. I mean, to be honest, those shoes look a bit cheap, so it probably is Argos. Anyway, I'll stick with what I've got. I think I will take my hat off, though, because I feel like that is entirely appropriate. I'm standing in here in me.
What's happening, darling?
In me spacesuit, aren't I? So, yeah, I'm not sure about whether or not Sam's the right choice or not. How doing, Caleb? You right? All good. We're just getting rolling. Let's try that again, shall we? Kind of tempted to take Barrett. I think Barrett would be quite down for this.
Here on the Vigilance, I feel literally queasy.
Thanks, Sam. Do you want to go?
I must confess, the hum of a grav drive makes me feel alive. Later.
I think I'm going to give Sam the boot for the bit. Because he doesn't seem like the chap, does he? Sarah might be interesting, actually. Although I don't know how she's going to feel about the potential criminality required to infiltrate. Bloody hell. Somebody's trashed the place again. Yeah, I might take Barrett with.
Your ship is way bigger than Dad's.
Yep. I'm going to drop a save, just in case this turns out to be a complete and utter disaster. I'm going to cover my backside. Just make sure I can get Barrett to come with me first.
Yes? Am I ready to hop into a ship and explore the galaxy with you? More like, are you ready? Ha ha! Let's go.
Barrett, good to see you. You two have fun. Just not too much fun.
You got it.
Yeah, I feel like Andresia might be a good choice as well. Because I don't think she particularly care. But I don't really know about me doing occasionally not good things in order to, improve my standing with the Crimson Fleet. On the other hand, I'm not entirely sure on that. That's just a wild guess. Barrett has no particular combat skills, does he? Could give him that. That'd be fun. I do feel like giving him this monster of a shotgun might be a good move, though. Might need a few mods on it, though. If I remember rightly, ship is that button, and crew is C. Yeah, Barrett has Starship Engineering, Particle Beam, Weapon Systems, Robotics, and Gastronomy. None of which are remotely useful on ground combat, so he's not going to be particularly handy in a fight. I could also take Vasco, but I don't know how Vasco will respond to criminality either.
What did you need?
Nothing, I just walked past. So let's see if we can't tweak this shotty a little bit, because I think that'll be kind of fun to give him. That's the one I think I want to give him, isn't it? Yeah, quite the beast. Yeah. Choke, I think that's a good call.
Modification, really?
Yeah, is there anything else there that's really going to be better? Grip and stock. Give him a stock. Standard shells. EM. Shit. Slugs. We've already got bleeding, so I think slug is going to be the play. Eternals, hair trigger, high powered, high velocity. Well, I mean, high powered seems like a no-brainer, really, doesn't it? I don't think there's anything else to add there. Cool. So the only other thing to do is to just quickly see how this one compares to the one I currently have equipped. So the Old Earth Elemental does slightly more damage. It's got slower fire rate and higher damage. It doesn't have the Furious effect though. It doesn't have the skip shot, both of which are quite handy. So although the base damage is better on the one I'm going to give Barrett, it'll rapidly be outdone by the one I've got. It's only the bleeding thing. Well, they're pretty much even in a lot of ways, these, I think. I tend to do a one-tap with it, don't I? Occasionally I'll do multiple shots, but no, I don't think it's probably fine as is.
Hard, Captain.
Good for you, Cora. Where did Barrett get to? There he is. Can I talk to you? Or... Okay, thank you.
Take this. Enjoy.
Yay, lag. Me? Thank you.
I had almost forgotten I picked it up for you. Anyway, I figured you might have a use for it.
Food, I'm guessing. Definitely appreciate it.
I almost didn't pick it up, but then I thought you might have a good use for it. Whew, glad I did. If I see anything on our next expedition to a planet, then I'll hang on to it for you.
Chicken tikka.
What is it?
Nice, big curry.
Sure. Yes. Shuffle time. Let's see if we can even the load.
Could be good. So he's got a whole bunch of interesting choice of weaponry there. I don't know what his basic weapon is, but I'm guessing a Grendel or something like that. Possibly an Eon. I'm going to hand you that. And is that the right one? 12 gauge? I don't actually know right now. 12 gauge, yes. 12 gauge shotgun shell. Here, have one shotgun shell. Because apparently that will be all you need. And we equip that with that button.
Right. No worries.
So, he should be respectably punchy when he starts using that thing.
Hey, good to see you.
Right, let's press on, shall we?
Vigilance indeed. So many of these fine folks joined Sys-Def due to tragic circumstances.
Interesting observation. So I need to talk to this guy, apparently.
Welcome aboard the UC Vigilance. Did you have any questions before I escort you to the commander?
About a million questions. They can wait for the commander. Eager to get started. Official Vanguard business, so I'd prefer to speak to the commander. Tell me about the Vigilance before I meet him. Anything I should know. Tell me about the Vigilance.
I'm not authorized to divulge information about this vessel. Suffice to say, it's one of the toughest ships in the UC's arsenal.
Still enjoying the game, yeah. Anything I should know about the commander?
Yeah, listen to him carefully. The commander's a one-and-done kind of officer. In other words, he hates to repeat himself. Other than that, just observe standard military decorum, and it should keep you from serving any time on the ship's cleaning detail.
Well, that's not going to happen either way. Okay, a million questions that can wait for the commander.
Of course. If you'd follow me, please. So, you're the vanguard that took down that terramorph on Tau City.
And other places as well, yeah.
An impression around here. Everyone upstairs is talking about it.
Hey.
Damn. That must have been one hell of a firefight. I almost regret missing out on all the fun. Of course, we don't normally see that kind of action on the Vigilance, but we have our moments. All right, Vanguard. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Akande should be waiting for you. Good luck.
Right, up in Ops, eh?
Okay, hello.
And here we go. We'll get through there, apparently.
It's way too cold. This is absurd.
Telling me, bud. Ooh, that's cool. Basically make the inside of an outpost look like this. I think, though.
Yes?
Yes? What?
Whoops.
Hey!
That was not the button I was looking for. That wasn't even close. Sistef is now your enemy.
That's not right.
Barrett disliked that. And left. Whoops. Right, okay. Let's try that again, shall we? I've got my grenades down elsewhere, but unfortunately...
Welcome aboard. Did you have any questions? Yeah.
I can't unbind them from the original binding, and that's kind of annoying.
Other than that, I'm not authorized to divulge it. Of course, if you'd follow me, please. So, you're the vanguard
Try that
that
again.
took down that terramorph on Tau City. You've made quite an impression around here. Everyone upstairs is talking about it.
Pardon.
Damn. That must have been one hell of a firefight. I almost regret missing out on all the fun. Of course,
I think he got stuck.
that kind of action on the Vigilance, but we have our moments.
You coming, buddy, or are you staying there?
Welcome aboard the UC Vigilance. Did you have any question? Understood?
Go on in.
Hello.
Can't shove him down to where he needs to be. There we go. Sorted.
All right, Vanguard. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander
Little
Akane
sticky
should be
there, but-
waiting for you. Good luck.
Problem solved. Right. Let's try not accidentally blow up the commander this time.
Excuse me. Pardon.
Excuse me.
Right buttons. A truck simulator, huh?
I believe we have something important to discuss.
Did we do?
Ah, there you are. Commander Kibwe Kande, UC Sistef. Glad to have you aboard. I was beginning to think you were having second thoughts about Commander Tuala's offer.
Great to get to. I'm not sold on the idea. Still don't understand why I'm here. Is this have another division of the UC military? Let's try that one.
UC Sistef is a division of the UC Navy. While they handle big picture stuff, we deal specifically with pirates. Since you're already involved with the Vanguard, I don't have to underline how important your contribution will be to the security of our spaceways.
So, what exactly are we doing here?
Yes, I know. I was intentionally vague when I advised Mast of my needs. But rest assured, I'll answer all your questions in due time. So, now that you're part of the team, allow me to introduce you to your new home. This is the Operations Center of the UC Vigilance. SysDef's nerve center, dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet.
Could take more than one ship. Impressive ship, not sure where I fit in. Where's the Vigilance located now? Tell me about the Crimson Fleet.
That's strange. According to your file, you've encountered them before. On Vectera, specifically. They were the pirates that attacked your mining outpost. I'm surprised you don't remember.
I just want your take. I was expecting a bit more information, but there you go. Where are we?
We are currently in the Sol system, in deep orbit around Phobos. As to why, I'll explain momentarily.
Impressive ship. Don't see where I fit in.
Whether this ship is impressive or not, you're the key element that we've been lacking. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and exploit their weaknesses. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to take some finesse.
You chose me because I'm expendable, prefer a more direct approach. Takes more than finesse to catch the attention of a pirate. Give me a plan in mind. Get me into a room with them and I'll talk them into anything. I could try this, but I don't think there's... I mean, Barrett might have more luck trying that one, but he managed to talk them out of torturing him, so hey. I'm going to take more than finesse to catch the attention of a pirate.
It certainly does. So listen up. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bowden, one of their contacts.
I remember that
name.
She
works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia.
That'll
so
be
you're
why.
Using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention.
Aurora?
Aurora is a Class A controlled substance that's illegal to transport outside of Neon, a city on Volai. Get caught with this stuff aboard a ship, and you're looking at some serious fines.
Okay, not the pronunciation I was going for, but okay, we live and learn. How did you get the contraband?
That's classified. Suffice to say that the smuggler who was previously holding it will be spending the rest of their life in prison.
Well, is it classified, or did you just tell me how you got it? She could probably sniff out a narc for a sector away. Doesn't sound like an iron-can plan. Sounds enough. Yeah, how am I going to convince her?
That's right. So it'll be your job to convince this person that you're the real deal. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know.
Okay. Why bother gathering evidence? I don't suppose they plan to do a lot of putting of them on trial. Yeah, let's see.
Let's just say my superiors need proof that engaging the Crimson Fleet is a larger priority than they're willing to admit. If we shove enough concrete evidence under their noses, they'll have no choice but to allocate the resources
that makes a bit more
I've
sense.
requested. At the same time, we can use the evidence to arrest members of the Crimson Fleet, weakening them enough to strike a fatal blow.
Quite a bit of confidence in my abilities, lots to absorb, put them away and I'll get it done. So far, it's a case of convince this lady that we're delivering Aurora legit, or illegit, depending on how you want to look at it, and then get an introduction to the Crimson Fleet from there. Shouldn't be too bad. Point them away.
Eager to get going? Good. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down.
To invest it for the money, too late to back out. What if I get in over my head? What if I get in over my head?
Then you better learn to swim. Because you're diving right into
Then
the
we'll
deep
let
end
you
on this
die.
one. I've studied your profile. I know you can do this. I'm not about to throw away someone's life on a whim or a prayer. Just use your best judgment. Trust your instincts. And watch your back.
You
I
must.
wouldn't expect any less.
No, because I'll get spaced if I don't.
Before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDev, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control.
I guess we better hear more about this code of conduct
Put it
then.
simply, you can't go into every situation with guns blazing. Think before you act. Calculate what you're doing and pull the trigger only when it's absolutely necessary. At the end of the day, your primary goal is taking down the Crimson Fleet. That's the greater good.
And when you say stray too far off the path?
The Crimson Fleet doesn't follow the rules. They only abide by one thing: money. All of their morals and social graces fall by the wayside in pursuit of their greed. At first glance, this can appear quite enticing, so I'm warning you not to get lured into their trap. Think you can handle that?
Yeah, Javik from Mass Effect 3. Is it the same guy? I can see the similarity, but it's not exactly the same either. We'll manage.
That's what I wanted to hear. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation. Now, get out of here, and good luck.
It is the same voice actor, is it? Cool. Can you tell me more about my expected behaviour? What happens if I get arrested? Any information about her? How do I maintain contact?
That's easy to answer. You don't. We'll be monitoring your activities from the Vigilance and attempting to keep it within your vicinity. When you feel you've gathered enough evidence, and at the completion of your assignments, head back here for a debrief. Beyond that, you're completely on your own.
Any other information about Saoirse Bowden?
All we know is that she's been with the Trade Authority for years, which means she's been privy to some seriously shady deals. She's shrewd and she's diligent. The only reason we were able to connect her with the Crimson Fleet at all was thanks to an informant. I'm afraid she's the best lead we've got.
If I'm arrested?
For your own safety, nobody but myself and the crew of the Vigilance will be aware that you're working for the United Colonies. Basically, if you land in jail, you're going to have to deal with the fines.
I better get some receipts then, because I will want my money back. I will be filing an expenses claim.
Finish your thought, so that we can move on to other business.
Any other expected behaviour you need to tell me
While you're
about?
running with the Crimson Fleet, you're undoubtedly going to be faced with some morally grey decisions. It's going to be difficult for you to weigh the consequences of pulling the trigger while maintaining your cover. Do what you have to do, but remember why you're out there in the first place.
Taking cover as a pirate and abiding by the law won't mix. Yeah. Well, if I don't have a choice, not killing innocent people. Well, yeah. He's basically saying, figure it out yourself.
That's why I expect you to constantly seek alternative means to overcome your obstacles, rather than blowing holes in them. Look, I can see that you're struggling with this. So let me simplify this for you. If there's a route to your goal which doesn't involve killing innocent people, I'm urging you to follow that path. Use your instincts. I'm certain you'll do the right thing.
Yeah, basically. Good luck. You're up to it up to your neck in it, really. Julian Doft.
All right. We don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood?
Why do you need physical evidence?
Since it isn't every day we stumble across a criminal's fully written confession, we need to build a case against our suspects. The more evidence we acquire, the stronger our case becomes. And knowing the Crimson Fleet, they'll leave plenty of evidence for you to find.
And if I can't find anything?
I'd scour every inch of wherever the Crimson Fleet sends you. Otherwise, you're wasting our time and risking your neck for nothing. Criminals are sloppy. Look hard enough, and I'm certain you'll stumble across their mess.
Assuming I'm into... okay, I understand. Yeah. If I'm not accepted in, I'll probably end up dead or ambushed and dead sooner or later anyway. Yes, she wants me to steal from thieves. Yeah, I think I understand.
You better. Commander Akande's entire operation is resting on your shoulders.
So no pressure.
Data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig.
If there's incriminating data out there, I'll find it. Sounds like you have a personal vendetta. Try to understand my task, touch the nerve. You're trying to kill pirates or imprison them? Well, they keep saying that, implying that they want to imprison them. I don't think it's going to go down that way, though. Sounds like you have something personal going on there.
You're damn right I do. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard.
Did you miss an early start? Yeah, kinda. It wasn't the fastest start, so you haven't missed much other than we went to the UC Vigilance and we're now getting briefed on our mission to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet. See my share of hell, bring in as much evidence as I can find, see my fair share of violence, no hero, but I'm here because it's my duty as a member of the Vanguard. Feel like talking about it?
What? No. It's personal.
Didn't expect that, did you?
To do with you. Just
that was a nice bit of voice
mission
acting,
and
though.
fine.
I like that. Her reaction there was just enough taken aback by what I said to be about spot on. That was really, really nicely done. I'll see my share of help.
Yes, of course. I'm sorry if I brought up any painful memories.
Got my mission the legit
one
way?
last
Yep,
thing.
absolutely.
A bit of good news, actually. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts.
As we established, don't worry. If I run up any expenses, I will be bringing you a bill. And any payment, credits, next speaking my language. Why would you be paying credits during a military operation? Very generous.
It's not generous, it's
Make them overthink of it.
Commander Akande's idea.
Motivational,
All right.
yeah.
We've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden. And with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed.
Yeah. How do I get down there without being caught? Because I don't have any means to smuggle on my ship at the moment.
Don't worry, the container's been registered with UC Security, so you shouldn't have any trouble. Even if you're scanned. Of course, if we find out you tried to sell it to someone outside the boundaries of this particular operation, well, I don't think I need to tell you the consequences of making that mistake.
Not on this run. What's going to happen to the people we arrest?
We'll be keeping
They're
them
not going to get
close at
arrested,
hand
let's be
until
honest.
this
They're going to get blown out of the
operation's
sky.
So, we'll be holding them in the Vigilance's brig. If you're feeling particularly ruthless, you could always head down there and say hello. I'm sure they'll be thrilled to see you.
Yeah, instead of going up the left as we did before, you can go right, and the brig's down there, so you actually can have a shufty around if you want. Feel like discussing your personal experience with the Crimson Fleet?
Not really, no. I've learned to keep my personal experiences separate from the job.
Respect your privacy. Something's on your mind, make you feel better to get it out in the open. You know more about me than I know about you. Well, not really. That's evasive as hell. Well, let's go down the road, see if I could basically try and flirt with the lieutenant.
That's a fine point, but in my defense, I was under orders to make sure we weren't pulling some kind of psycho into the mix. And honestly, there are far bigger things at stake than my personal feelings towards the Crimson Fleet. Let's just stick to the job at hand and concentrate on the mission. But, maybe we can talk about it some other time, okay?
Over drinks?
We'll be here if you need us.
We'll see a haircut. She's turning her head to account. Oh, she's got that one. Okay. Kind of curious what way the military haircuts would go in this.
Howdy.
Okay.
A lot of different ways from the look of that. Alright, so we got to smuggle some drugs onto Cydonia, which doesn't seem like a terrible idea at all.
Yes, what?
Someone leave some food out before we left? Whoa.
Excuse me. And if anybody left food out knocking around in here, I'm going to go dollars to donuts. It was Barrett.
So, Miss Stay Up Late reading under the covers? Did you learn anything new from your book last night?
Don't pretend to be mad at me. I know you aren't really. I learned that back on Earth, people used to use the stars to navigate. That's so cool. But I guess it only worked because they just lived on one planet. And that sounds boring.
Remind me one of these days to tell you the tale of a certain Solomon Coe and where his stargazing landed him.
Somehow I think she's got an idea already.
Separation complete.
Nice. Right. Cydonia, Cydonia. There be Mars. Zoom.
You are entering United Colony space. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned.
Good job it doesn't count as contraband, because I can't hide it if it did.
And we're done. Welcome to Mars.
Let's land. Yeah, I know there's other ways to pick up this quest line, but I think I kind of... I do kind of like doing it the legit way. It's kind of closer to the inspiration, I think, there. In the whole Donnie Brasco thing.
Living in the ground or caves has been a classic human maneuver since our species branched off.
True that. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some alternate start mods in time. And it might be interesting to see how that can affect things and tie it in with different perks and stuff. Go alternate start and be really way more heavily into, say, the Freeside Collective and start doing quests over there and then approach the UC from the other direction. Might be interesting, rather than kind of getting shoved straight into the UC by Constellation. How do you know, you right?
Cydonia may be rough around the edges, but it is utterly monumental for humanity.
This is fairly important, yeah.
We got a lot. Hey, you looking for anything in particular? Cool. That's what we do here.
So, have you got anything interesting? Interesting spin on a 1911. Always do a few of those. I guess I'm going to need them on this mission. Surprisingly, not as much stuff as I was expecting them to have there. Interesting. Cool.
Yo, stay good out there.
Drop a quick save and we'll see how we do.
If you're here to buy or sell, you might want to talk to Octai. I'm busy.
Here's so looking for you. Bought something that should interest the Crimson Fleet. Unload a sensitive shipment. Octai, who's that? Unload a sensitive shipment. Or here's so looking for her. Unload sensitive shipment.
And by sensitive, I'm guessing you mean something you don't want UC security sticking their noses into. I can probably help you with that. What have you got for me?
Got a little sample.
Aurora, huh? Nice. A little too hot to handle, though. What else you got?
Well, hang on there. We haven't even started to negotiate yet.
If you can't handle it, point me to someone who can.
All I'm going to point at is the ceiling, with my middle finger. Get that stuff out of here before UC security catches on. Of course, if there's a finder's fee you're offering, I might, well, bend the rules a little bit.
What if I blow your brains out and ask somebody else? Well, I don't think there's another option here. Sticking the Aurora under her nose straight away might not have been the play. I think she was probably going to push me into this scenario anyway. Yeah, she's just going to tell me to fuck off if I do any of the others, isn't she?
You know, it's funny. Suddenly, I do remember someone who might be able to unload that stuff for you.
Glad we could put things into perspective.
There's a buddy of mine who runs with the Crimson Fleet. Goes by the name Adler Kemp. If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells at the Broken Spear. Oh, and it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Good. Give me my money back.
A reminder that particle detonations can occur beyond the city limits
Tempting.
between the hours of 0600 and 1800 local time.
To be honest, you could actually kind of get away with that. You can then point a gun at her and say, give me my money back. It's like, well, what do you mean you don't deal fair? Well, of course he doesn't deal fair. He's trying to unload a load of illegal drugs in your city. Like, what were you expecting? You're going to run off and tell the security that I'm doing that when I've just shown A, I'm willing to blow your head off, and B, that I'm already up to no good, and you were willing to accept, money for telling me where to offload those drugs. So, could have basically screwed her over there.
Unless you're here to serve me another drink, you can turn around and walk away.
Grab the slate. I'll have a rummage around and see what I can do. Heard you might be able to help me with some cargo.
Oh, yeah? Well, I don't know who the hell you are. So what makes you think I'm going to help you out?
Slash Bowden said you could help me move some of this.
Hey, why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think every single UC guard in Sidonia heard you.
I'm not the one yelling.
Okay. Yeah, I think we can help you with this. If you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. But you're going to have to do something for us first.
Yeah, how exactly do you know he's trying to shift drugs? Firstly, I got nothing of the sort. Secondly, I'd have been detected smuggling that in. Thirdly, she knows because she was willing to direct me to somebody to take it. She does business with these people. I wasn't paying enough attention there. He wants me to do something for them before they'll take something from me. Forget it, I'll take it elsewhere. Never said anything about that. I thought I was dealing with you.
You're a clever one, aren't you? Let's just say I have a certain influential affiliation. And leave it at that. Basically, you want that Aurora moved, I'm your guy.
She never said you'd need me to do something first.
Well, she isn't running the show here. I am.
That wasn't part of our deal. But I bet you're about to say it's a non-negotiable addendum.
As a matter of fact, yes. Yes, I am. Non-negotiable addendum. I like that. Now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I need you to deal with a miner who's racked up a bunch of debt. He probably spent it all on booze, not that I blame him. Either way, I want that money back.
Okay.
Perfect. His name's Carl Fielding. I think you'll find him wandering around the Deimos miners' quarters. Don't worry, you can't miss him. Just look for the most miserable-looking guy in the entire place.
Exploring the galaxy is hard work. Trust me, I know. Stop by sometime.
Never meet up, evidence.
Okay?
Shouldn't you be leaning on Fielding by now?
Neva, sit down, have a drink. So, smooth jump into the Soul system? UC security hassle you?
Cut the crap, Adler, and let's make this quick. There's only so long I can stand a stink of minor sweat and stale beer.
Okay, take it easy. Here's the fleet's kickback, just like I promised.
What is this bullshit? This is half. Half of what you promised.
Damn, she got some pitch there.
Sweetie. Security around Sidonia's been cracking down, and it's tough to get the Deimos marks to play ball. That means I'm spending big on bribes, covering lost shipments. This isn't exactly like running a pharmacy out here, you know.
Two things, Adler. And I will make this simple enough so even a total imbecile like yourself can understand. One, I don't give a damn about your excuses. You owe us the agreed amount on time every month. And two, you call me sweetie ever again. And I'll show my knife
I like that line.
your ass that people will mistake you for a unicorn.
Okay, sorry, Neva. I'll make it work. Here's the rest.
That's more like it. I'll see you in a month.
That's quite good. I like that line. Shove a knife so far up his ass, people will mistake him for a unicorn. Good one. Personally, I'm either in favour of shoving it up his arse sideways or hilt first so he cuts his fingers when he pulls it back out. But either way, all of the above are good.
Faith in God is what brought us to this stars.
Right.
Something I can help you with?
Well, I can throw a bucket of water on you for starters. Here to collect some credits, you're Adler Kemp.
Adler Kemp? Who the heck is that?
Really don't have the time to play games.
What? Play what games? You're obviously confusing me with someone else. Look, I'm tired. It's been a long day in the mines. I just want to go home, wash off the dust, and relax. This has been fun, though. Whatever.
Sure, your funeral will be lovely.
Hey now. Take it easy there. Let me think about that.
Lead to
personally.
Volta's Roost, Steve. Nice. Yeah, there's
Adler,
plenty to take
it?
out of there.
Oh, wait. You mean that Adler? Yeah, sorry. I thought you were talking about someone else.
He didn't take much persuading.
I told him I'd pay up next week when Deimos cuts our next profit share check. I'll even bring it to him personally. Sound good? Yeah?
I don't think he's going to be satisfied with that.
Well, I mean, he doesn't really have a choice. Look, I haven't got a single credit to spare right now. Okay? You can't squeeze blood from a stone. You know? Right?
Technically, there are several natural geologic phenomena that can stimulate the blood effect.
Stop borrowing him and I'll pay the debt for you. I'm not paying 3,000 credits for this guy. He's got himself in his own mess. Why are you hitting so badly for credits? Why are you hitting so badly for credits?
I'm a miner for Deimos. It's not what I was hoping for out of life. But here I am. Yeah, it's a lousy company. It pays me a salary. But I depend on the profit-sharing bonuses to keep food on the table for my family.
And why does Adler think you spent the money on booze exactly?
Hey, now wait a second. Just because things are tough, and I might be spending my afternoons at the Spear, it doesn't mean I don't care about my family. Adler doesn't get to judge me. No, he's just
like
a
you
low-life
might not be
pirate who thinks
making
he
the
can
best
push
choices ever.
everyone around.
Well, I guess we're going to go on the attempt to persuade him.
What games? Why are you doing this to me? I don't have the money.
Money back later. Surely you know someone can cover the debt, pay up, but if not for you, for the sake of your family. For the sake of your family. That's kind of grim, but...
What? Oh my god.
That went well.
You might come after them? Because of me? I hadn't even thought of the possibility. Please, tell Adler I'm sorry for trying to wiggle out of the debt. I didn't have much of a choice.
Never mind. Sorry. Thinking of something else. Yes, Captain.
Yeah, that kind of sucks, but how about more successful? Oh, so that's what back of Barrett's eyeballs and mustache look like, huh?
I just wanted to say thanks for the daring rescue back there. I had plans for Matsura, of course, but I appreciate the backup.
Glad to help. It wasn't a big deal. What would you have done without me? It wasn't a big deal. Don't worry about it.
Well, it
Forget
left
about
a
it.
lasting impression on me, I suppose. So many things can go wrong out there. Working with people you can trust is important. That's why I've been in Constellation so long. It's good to have people who will help out when you're in a jam.
I've still seen Barrett in Constellation spaceship suit more than I've seen him in anything else, and he looks weird when he's not wearing one. Glad to be part of the team. Put trusted people and organisations. How often do you get into jams, Barrett?
Exactly as often as I need to. Jams are just sticky successes, right? At first it seems annoying, but it eventually washes off.
It's an interesting way of looking at it. Glad to be part of the team.
Just wait till we get matching shirts and start having official cookie days.
I do like cookies.
They're one of humanity's greatest achievements. Modern medicine, space travel, and cookies. Constellation is
I would
quite
agree with that.
pro-cookie. Because, you see, we value human accomplishments. Speaking of which, I'm glad you joined Constellation.
How long have you been in Constellation, anyway?
A long time. We should talk about it someday. I'd need to get some tea going for that chat, though.
Thank you.
Just figured I'd mention it, since we haven't had much time to chat before. You know, being a member of Constellation has given me a lot of opportunities, and a fair bit of stress, I'll admit. It's hard to imagine just who I'd be had I never joined up. I would have never done so many things, met so many people. It's mind-boggling how different I would be. And I never would have met Irvin. Or lost him, I suppose.
Yeah, can't lose what you never had, but at the same time, if you never have it, possible to know what could have happened. Everybody's lost somebody. Hope I'm not sparing up bad memories. Hope I'm not sparing up bad memories.
It's not you, Captain. It's just been on my mind. I can't say why. Irvin's been gone for over 20 years. Strange how memories can pop up when you least expect it.
Yeah, the slight lip-syncing issue there is not ideal. Made significantly worse by the weirdness involving OBS, but it is what it is. Don't know what to say. If you want to talk about it, why do you think it's suddenly back in your thoughts? Why do you think it's suddenly back in your thoughts?
I'm enjoying my time adventuring with you, and it reminds me of Irvin in a way. We had so many adventures together, and then it suddenly stopped. Maybe part of my mind is trying to remind me of that.
Sorry, dude.
Yeah, don't worry. Logically, I know I should be over it. But I'm not, and it's gotten worse lately. I've ignored my feelings about Irvin's death since it happened. It's time for me to confront it. I'm just fortunate that Constellation has been a supporting home for me since Irvin died. I mean, where else would I get to dodge space pirates and discover new planets? On that note, I think I'd do well to distract myself with a little adventure for a bit.
Sounds like a slight hint as to what direction.
An officially sanctioned holiday, and that it is not advised to allow children into potentially dangerous work sites. Keep our children safe. Keep them out of harm's way. Thank you from the Sidonia Department of Labor.
Interesting. Yeah, it sounds like we've got a hint as to what Barrett's ally companion quest might be.
Always nice to kick back.
Remember, get their music wherever slates are sold.
You looking for... I'm always happy to see you come. Take a look.
Anything cool? Does not look like he has anything particularly cool. Interesting. Nobody seems to sell any outfits here.
Friendo?
Right. Actually, she might be downstairs, mightn't she? The lady who wears a lot of orange and is Australian.
Sometimes I wish I'd taken an easier job.
Have something for me?
Get the cash.
There, would you look at that? I knew that bum was holding out on me. He going to be a problem anymore? Or did he get the message?
You got the message.
Nice. Nice. You're kind of a natural at this.
You probably won't be borrowing any more
Leaning
money
on
unless it's
deadbeats
crazy,
comes
though.
easy to you. I like that. You know, if you like this kind of work, I can get you more. A lot more. You think you can handle running with my, associates?
Exactly how your associates.
If you haven't figured that out by now, then maybe you aren't cut out for our line of work.
Dunno, maybe. Yeah, if you think of it, maybe.
No. There's no maybe. If you want to join up with us, you have to push every damn chip you've got into the pot. I'm talking all in. So can you handle it or what?
Yeah, I'm interested.
I'm interested? Come on. You're not shopping for real estate here. I'm offering you a crack at some real money. So can you handle it or what?
If you think they can handle these. So I'm kind of bit by bit being forced towards the stupid line. Okay. Not overjoyed about that.
That's what I'm talking about. I like your style. Alright. I'll call ahead and get a hold of Neva Mora. She's second to the big boss himself. Head out to Europa. You'll find her there. I suggest you listen to whatever she has to say. Oh, and I've taken care of that Aurora shipment for you too. Don't spend all that cash in one place.
Nice. And we are underway. Estrella. Brookbeak's king, huh? Now we head out. Go meet with the pirates. Ahar. What's a pirate's favorite letter? Bouncy, bouncy, bounce. I've got some stuff I probably need to get rid of while we have a moment.
There's Sol, our first son. No matter how many star systems I visit, Sol always feels like home.
Yep. It's an interesting way to think about it. So... nice, but we'll get rid of that. I need to adjust that, don't I? Okay, I didn't do that, and I meant to. Stash some of this away for poses and apartment decoration. Some of this I'll keep for that anyway. Some of it I'll get rid of. I've now got a whole bunch of stuff that I meant to drop off and forgot. Okay, fair enough. Well, explains why I'm carrying more than I wanted to be. Should be fine. Don't anticipate a lot of looting anytime soon. I feel like this is at least coming up on the point where I really need to be running a ship that they might not recognise so easily. The Crimson Fleet, I mean. In a sec, no.
Whatever you need, you've got it.
Barrett, you okay there, buddy?
Dad, can I have a pet?
A pet? We live on a starship, Cora. Pets and starships don't always mix so well.
Come on, please. I need somebody to talk to while I'm on the ship by myself.
We'll see.
Yeah, right. Distracted by picking that crap up off the floor that gets knocked around all over the place. It's one good thing about regularly updating how your ship looks. Everything gets sort of replaced when you do, so... Ooh, bull barrel. Accuracy and stability. Accuracy and recoil control. Long barrel, accuracy, recoil, and range at cost of ADS speed. So fleeted barrel's probably the best way to go. This is a bull barrel, which adds extra weight, presumably. It's presumably better at stabilizing, so I guess we'll go with that. Laser sight, don't really need a laser sight, do I? Nah. Actually, saying that, the recon one does have its uses.
Moonlight as a gunsmith while working in the mines?
Something like that. Long scope. Which I was still deliberating whether or not that was the right call, but anyway. Muzzle, suppressor, absolutely. Magazine, armor piercing. Penetrator rounds I can't do. Yeah, armor piercing rounds it is. High powered, definitely over high velocity for this one. And that's everything, so... Now, if I take this one, because this one also applies bleed and... Well, it's got Berserker as well. But basically it'll apply bleed if and when I don't get an insta-kill. A one-shot kill. So, I want to... favourite it to here. And then my other one, I can either sell or stash or something. I'll probably sell it. We'll pop downstairs and sell that now, actually.
Back for more.
Just saying that, how much is it worth? Yeah, I'm going to have a hard time finding anybody to buy that, aren't I? 601 base, that's not bad.
Is something amiss?
I don't have any points into snipers, so I don't know if I can boost the damage up any further than that, but... Yeah, I don't think I'm going to find anybody to buy it at that kind of price. I mean, 41, so I'll probably take it down to, what, about 10k, maybe? 5k? Maybe somebody will be able to buy it. Certainly not conveniently, anyway. Evening, Matt. How are we doing?
This never gets old.
Yeah, he's an odd fella, Barrett, for sure. Does seem like he's trying to dodge some of the baggage that he's carrying around, doesn't he?
What next?
Next, we investigate why exactly I seem to have gained a mysterious extra pip off my engines. Europa. Not to be confused with the Eureka. Yeah, not so bad, thanks, Matt. I caught a little bit of your Baldur's Gate stream the other day, by the way.
Wow. Look who finally had the guts to show up. Looks like Adler finally did something right for once. So, big shot. I hear Adler thinks you're good enough to join our crew.
Didn't know he cared. Didn't know who to prove himself. That's what I'm here for. Damn right I am. Adler said that. Didn't know he cared.
You're funny. I hate funny. Remember that. So, before I put you to work, let's get everything out in the open. I don't know if Adler mentioned it, and for his sake, I hope he hasn't. But you aren't about to sign up with any average pirate crew. You're signing up with the Crimson Fleet. That's if you get through this little task I have planned for you. There's a medical supply ship called the Ragana, jumping into Enceladus's orbit. On board that ship, you'll find a traitor named Austin Rake. I want him dead.
Evening, Blame. How are we doing? Level over legendary. Yeah, I definitely agree with that, Steve. Pretty sure I got a damage bump anyway, I think. Yeah. The legendary effects are mostly decidedly secondary. And combat's, yeah, not so crazy difficult as you need to worry too much anyway. You seem to be having a disagreement with an ogre at the time, Matt. Yeah, we were in the goblin camp. Dropped in for a little bit of that fight. Fun. Evening, Grey. How are you doing? Right, so she wants me to deal with a traitor, so consider it done, let me think about it. Options to complete the job, why not hunt him down yourself? Medical supply ship, why not a ship with actual loot? Although you do get actual loot. Why not hunt him down yourself?
There's a lesson in this. I need you to learn what'll happen if you decide to turn your back on the fleet. Consider it your glimpse into a possible, unfortunate future. So you'd better pay close attention.
Any options to complete the job?
Kill Rake? That's your only option? If you want my advice, there's only one way to guarantee he dies. Turn the Ragana into space junk. Only way to be sure.
Okay.
It's done when Rake stops breathing. Head back here when you're finished. And don't keep me waiting for long.
Neither particularly bright nor blessed with a great deal of subtlety, this woman. How can you be certain he's on the Regana, and why do you want him dead? Why do you want him dead?
Rake used to run with the fleet. Hell, I'm the one who vouched for him in the first place. Back then he had a different name and a different identity. He was a damn good earner, too. Brought in a ton of creds. Everything was fine until he wanted out. So he ran. And nobody, nobody runs away from the fleet.
We do know one guy who got out. And how are you certain he's on that
Tracking Rick for months. He's making it
particular
tough,
ship?
not gonna lie. He changes his location and identity so often, it's costing me a small fortune just to keep tabs. But you know what? It's worth every damn cred. He's made me look like a fool in front of Delgado, and I'm gonna have his head on a pike.
Right. Ancillus. I don't know if that's in... It rings a bell. Yeah, one of Saturn's mains. That makes sense. Let's go. Saturn looking awesome over there. No, it didn't seem massively crazy. It seemed fairly standard for Baldur's Gate. It's good though. .1 light seconds.
Pilot of the Ragana. We are a simple transport ship heading to New Homestead. We do not want any trouble. Please?
That's bad news from you. You have a crewman on board I'm looking for. You've drawn the attention of the Crimson Fleet and attack. You have a crewman on board I'm looking for. The fleet wants right dead, and I'm about to board. I'd like to board your ship, talk about how to spare him. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to open the hatch, and I'm going to board. I have one demand, kill him, do that, and I'll let you go. And tell him this is all his fault. No, I'm going to try and get him out there alive.
Well, normally I would say no, but Frankly, it will be safer for us that way. Alright, you can dock. We will talk then.
Well, a minute ago, my ship was sitting still, and
Hey, Dad. Want to hear a poem I
we
wrote?
didn't have a problem.
It's called a haiku.
Now we do.
I just read about them.
A haiku, huh? Well, sounds exciting. Let's hear it.
Okay. It's called Space. Space is cold and dark. Starships fly there like comets, carrying us home.
Not bad. Hey, will you write it down so I can carry a copy with me?
I'll copy down too. You know how you lose
Ship
things.
is now docked.
I still don't know how you lost that picture of Nibbles
Aw.
the comet-eating bunny.
Smudge the paint.
Nibbles the comet-eating bunny. That does sound cool. Uh-huh. Now, I need this bad boy just in case. Some very unseen consequences and very unfortunate ones for taking bad actions. Yeah, I can imagine it's been interesting, right? Matt? Kind of tempted to see how an evil playthrough goes at some point. We got Settler, 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 Dmitry Moldovsky, so that's the captain. Not quite what I was hoping for.
I am not sure what to make of you being here. If you wanted to kill us, you could have done that from your ship. If you wanted our cargo, we could have jettisoned it. I guess I should just stop talking and let you say your piece.
I don't know who's listening if it comes. This is safer. Just want to make sure there wasn't any real loot. Which reviews Austin Rake? Boom, boom, boom. You're going to die and I'm going to enjoy it now. This is safer.
That is true. Which means you don't want somebody to know what you are really up to. Now, do you mind telling us what this is all about?
Fleet 1 Rake dead. I want to resolve this without violence. He's a Crimson Pyra. Kill him and I let you go. Second thought, kill you, figured out from there. Why risk your life? Well, we are going to try the UC System approach.
You really do not know which one of us is Rake, do you? And you do not seem to care either, which makes me think you really want to save him. Okay, I have idea. We can strike his name from Manifest, make it so he was never on board. Then, when we dock, we will leave him on this ship and deliver him to another port.
Deliver him to Sister. The fleet find out that the steel both explodes. Fleet won't buy that. Someone may need to die after all. Deliver him to Sister.
That is fair. We do not want any part of the fleet. Is that all right with you, Austin?
Do I have a choice?
It does not appear you do. Well then, it is agreed. You go back to your ship and we will make sure Rake was never on ours. And in case any of your handlers get suspicious, here. We had an extra crate of supplies loaded, in case one got damaged. This should be proof you were not here to bargain.
So he's going to be dumped on Sistev. And we're going to find out that he was never on board the ship.
Folks.
And but we picked up some goodies off them nonetheless. Digital Evil are just good at making bad decisions.
Ready to go.
So playing with a very sadistic and creative dungeon master. Oh, that's interesting. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'd want to go over the top with it. I think I'd probably just be like, you know, very, very geared towards gaining as much control, power, and sort of wealth and stuff as I possibly could if I was going to play an evil approach. Right, let's go back and return to Jupiter. And see if we can't BS our way into the Crimson Fleet. How's it going, Dale? Is it Mass Effect? Not sure which one you mean, though. I feel like I was probably not where I was supposed to be going, but okay. Bit more strategic, fair enough.
Direct hit to their grav drive.
I want that target wiped out.
I hope they didn't need that grav drive.
This is the United Colonies Navy. Please respond. Got pretty exciting back there. We're never gonna last long against the UC Navy, but we certainly didn't mind the support. Any way we can repay you.
Repair parts, credits, salvage rights. Repair parts, nice.
Transferring fuel now. Thanks again for the backup.
Can't get over there and loot. Right, now where am I actually trying to go? Europa, okay. Apparently I couldn't quite target the right place. Right.
Damn mercs just don't know how to take a hit. Hey, Rook, wanna help me with some target practice?
Too bad, it's pretty partial to our grav drive.
Ooh, absolutely owned there. Oh, I know the one you mean, Dale. Yeah, I remember.
Their grav drive is crippled. They're not escaping.
Target shields erect. Target's sitting there with no grav drive now.
Yeah,
Tags their grav drive.
Target's grav drive is down. So sorry. They lost their shields. Tragic. Just tragic.
Oof. Took a bit of damage there, but interesting. Found a longsword the other day, did you? I've got a dagger, which feels like an underwhelming version of the same thing that I nicked from the Ecliptics, I think. Which I think I got it from, where was it? A place you were just looting, Steve. So we'll probably be turning into something a little bit more viable eventually, but...
Thanks for the help with the Ecliptic. I had it under control.
You got a nice ship.
Definitely went faster after you jumped into the fight. Now tell me about the Ragana. Give me some good news, then we can go celebrate.
It's pulling sword out of a dead body, can't find. Depends whether or not you put it there. Rake is dead, the Ragana survived. Random complications, executives elliptic. Why were you attacked by elliptic?
You know what? I have
Ecliptic,
no
even?
idea, and it's frustrating the hell out of me. I suppose I could have pissed off someone I screwed over in the past, but there's been so many, I've lost count.
And who are they exactly?
Mercenaries. Guns for hire that shoot their own parents if they were paid enough. I'll tell you, we do a hell of a lot of dirty work in the Crimson Fleet, but we'd never sell away our
Enjoy the dogfighting. I think I'll enjoy it a bit more when I've got a slightly upgraded ship. Lie. He's dead. Ship survived.
No kidding. That'll make Delgado happy, seeing as our hands are clean. I would have preferred if you hadn't left witnesses behind, but at least you got the job done. Anyway, you wanted into the Crimson Fleet? Well, you're in. Yep, it's that simple. Hope this business with Rakes taught you something. Because I'm about to stick my neck out and vouch for you. If you screw up, and I wind up looking like an asshole, I'm gonna send someone after you. We clear?
Yeah, that's fairly clear. About time. Don't respond well to threats or best decision you ever made. About time.
You better stow that crap before you make me change my mind. And now that you know the deal, it's time to see what you signed up for. I'm gonna upload the coordinates for our headquarters in the Crick system. Spacers call it the key, the fleet calls it home.
And there we
Head
go.
out there as soon as you can. Don't keep me waiting long.
Nice. So, up next, we go and report to the Vigilance, apparently. Burden of proof, I can do some of that. And we've got report to the Vigilance as well, so we've got two options. Either way, it involves getting to the same place. Yeah, Obsidian working on Avowed. I'll probably check Avowed out. It'll be on Game Pass with it being Microsoft, but yeah, I'll have to see how that goes. It's in the same universe as Pillars of Eternity, which was their effort at doing a CRPG. I didn't enjoy that at all, really. Yeah, it had some good ideas, but it was just fucking miserable shit. So, which is usually the way with
Hey, Dad.
Obsidian stuff.
Wanna hear a joke?
Sure, Sweet Pea. Your old man could always use a laugh.
Okay. Who can jump higher than a skyscraper in New Atlantis?
Something went wrong there.
I don't know. Who?
Everybody! Skyscrapers can't jump!
Okay. Good one, Cora. Hey, next time you see Barrett, try it out on him.
Yeah, from what I saw over the summer, it looks like Avowed will be less open world than something like Skyrim was, so it'll be interesting to see how they approach that. And weird and stuff, so I kind of going to have to do a reload because that has gone belly up. We'll see how that does. Obvious, thank you very much for the new sub. Welcome in.
docked.
Let's go. Or not, apparently. Hey, engineering fans love the manufacturer's marriage of function and form, viewed as a work of art by enthusiasts. Interesting.
Nice clean dock there.
We'll try the other approach, seeing as I can't seem to get in there.
Oh, my attention. Got a whole lot brighter.
How are you doing, Brad? Yeah, I reworked the name. Well, I picked another random name. Yeah, slightly annoying. Not quite. Named after the first European in North America. As far as we know at the moment, anyway.
Commander Ikonde wants to see you. Follow me. I had a friend on the Regana. I hope I'll be able to see him next time we're on shore leave.
You'll be glad I didn't blow it out of the sky then, won't you?
Sys-Def Marines are the best of the best.
Heard the Regana made it to port with 0 casualties. Nicely done.
You have permission to speak freely.
You think I needed permission, buddy?
We got the message from the Regana about Austin Rick. We had him dropped off at a separate port, off the books. Suffice to say, he's got a lot to answer for.
Bloody surrendered, didn't want to kill anyone, but I'm fine killing Rick, didn't want to traumatize the crew. Risk my cover to do it, so better appreciate it. Any point trying to get Rick to give information about the fleet?
That's something we're looking into, but it doesn't seem like he knows much. He might be better served as bait. For now, we'll keep him in the brig. Perhaps you could pay him a visit there sometime? I'm sure he'd be pleased to see you.
Well, who can, Guy? Risk my cover, so you better appreciate. Don't want to kill anyone.
That's a smart line to follow. Part of this role you're playing means having to make hard choices. Just remember not to lose yourself in the part.
We wouldn't be the good guys if we did.
Oh, one more thing before we move on. For transparency,
Stranger Things, no?
you should know we were the ones that hired Ecliptic to attack Neva's ship. There was concern after what happened with the Regana that you might have trouble earning Neva's trust. Coming to her rescue ensured that would not be a problem.
You just threw a bunch of mercenaries and potentially me into the meat grinder. I could have died. The club doesn't have a problem. Clever way, risky move, risky move.
But a gamble that hopefully paid off. On that note, how did things
Pay
go
him
with
to
Neva?
go and die, which
Were
is a
you
bit
able to join the fleet?
more than a little bit cold. Seemed like I passed the initial test. Fleet doesn't suspect a thing. Miracle, the whole thing. It seems like I passed their initial test.
Then it worked. You're in. Sounds like everything is going as expected. Now it's time for the next phase of the mission.
Our intel on Saoirse was correct. After we received reports on your interaction with Adler Kemp, we picked up on your rendezvous with Neva Mora.
Our files indicate she's second in command, so getting on her good side will ensure you get into the Crimson Fleet.
What do you know about Neva?
The woman has a record that could stretch across Sol and back. She started young as one of Neon's street rats, and worked her way up to second in command. She's a force to be reckoned with, so don't underestimate her.
According to plan so far.
You passed your first test and you're still alive. But before we get too confident, that either means she suspects nothing, or she intends to make an example of you later. Just remember, these are ruthless criminals, so don't let your guard down.
And their ruthlessness is only surpassed by their cunning. You should proceed with caution, regardless of how well you think you've ingratiated yourself.
So what's next for you on
Why
Neva's
do I
agenda?
get the feeling that her history with the Crimson Fleet and her reason for having a personal problem with them is because some friend or something to that effect of hers was on a similar mission to the one we're on now and then didn't come back from it. Told to meet Neva at the key, got coordinates to their base. Shouldn't I get off the Vigilance before the cover's blown? Meet Neva at the key.
Where you'll meet Delgado, no doubt.
Delgado is the leader of the Crimson Fleet. I have a profile here with some information on his background. You'll want to know the individual cadences of every member of the fleet, but Delgado's most of all.
I wonder if the files mention any of his poker tales. Pirates and gamblers are basically part of the same genus.
You will be thankful you did the homework when it comes time for the test. In any case, now that you're with the fleet, you'll be operating independently. We will shadow you eventually, but we'll need to maintain our distance for now, especially while you're on the key. This will also give us time to bolster our defenses, should we need to engage with the fleet in the future.
Sir, on that note, shall we begin implementing the upgrade to our shields?
Immediately, Lieutenant. Notify the engineers and relay the information to the crew. I hope your entry into the fleet has overcome any doubts you may have had regarding your mission. It certainly increased my estimates on success. Keep up the good work. We'll expect further reports. Dismissed.
A fairly chill dude, considering he's like, you might succeed, you might die, don't much care, we'll see what happens.
Good work. Things are progressing rather quickly. I'm sure the
Definitely a bit
commander is
cold, that
pleased.
guy. Evidence for you. Whitehall prisoners here when you could send them to prison, because
Two
word will get
reasons.
out.
First, Commander Akande's playing this operation extremely close to the vest. That means keeping prisoners under his own roof until this is resolved. Second, this is an undercover mission. For our safety and yours, we need to keep these prisoners out of the spotlight.
Vigilance upgrading shielding, crick system, and any more information. Where's the vigilance upgrading?
That's right. It's something we've requested a while ago, in preparation for a future conflict with the fleet. Once we finalize everything and run a few tests, we'll have the defenses needed for a jump to the crick system when the time comes.
Tell me about the Crimson Fleet.
Sure. We have a database of profiles you can read, which should help you ingratiate yourself with the group. However, the profiles are a guide, not gospel. Use what you can, fill in the blanks, and play off that. I imagine when you're done, you'll be able to generate far more accurate profiles than what we have in our system.
Tell me about the crick system.
The system was originally called Alpha Ophiuchi, until a flag was planted there by Jasper Crix, the founder of the Crimson Fleet. Since it was crucial that space travelers avoided that system, navigators marked it as Crix on star maps as a warning. They could have just as easily labeled it Crimson Fleet, so I'm guessing the pirates themselves were responsible for spreading their leader's name. Over the years, people forgot the system's original designation and started calling it the Crix system. It's been
That's
that way
interesting.
ever since.
Okay, and I have some evidence for you.
Well done. Let's see what you found.
Adler Kemp.
Interesting. Looks like we've been meeting up regularly with Neva Mora to transfer goods and cash from Sidonia. Which means the Crimson Fleet's just lost one of their drop points. That should set them back a bit. Have any more?
That's all I got for now.
Understood. Keep searching and you're bound to find more.
Yeah, don't go picking that guy up too soon, otherwise they'll realise I'm involved. Ooh, level, nice.
And now we have.
Right. I think I'd like to put some points into starship design next. I think there's anything else I desperately need to put stuff into. Don't think... I mean, experimental projects or research lab, that one I feel like I would like to have, but it can probably wait a bit. Don't know, there's maybe some more stuff over here to do in time and over there, but I think upgrading my ship's the next big thing. Oh, I need to install some modules before I can do that. Oh, that's annoying. Right, okay, I'll have a play around with that in time, but we'll hold off on doing that for right now.
Back in basic training, I had the record for fleet kills.
Yeah, good for you. Right, so the brig is over this way.
Sys-Def Marines are the best of the best.
Yeah, they all say that.
This is the brig. We keep prisoners here for interrogation.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the function of a brig, buddy.
We'll keep the brig ready for any pirates you bring in. Welcome to the brig. As a member of Sys-Def, you may talk with the prisoners as long as you are mindful of operation security. As a personal rule, I simply ask that you adhere to UC Navy standards of cleanliness at all times. That means no mud on your boots, your hands are washed, and you are free of any contagious diseases.
Kind of a slob, like things neat and tidy. Seems a bit excessive, but I'll try my best. Why the focus on cleanliness?
Besides the fact that it's healthier, a sanitary brig is important for station security. In my experience, a prisoner will hide a shiv under a flake of dust if you let them. The cleaner a space is, the easier it is to spot irregularities, both inside the cell and out.
It does have a point. I keep things neat and tidy, won't be a problem.
Excellent. And all that being said, I understand your mission directive might call for flexibility on my part. So if you need to be a rum-drinking, swashbuckling pirate to do your job,
Arr.
then I will do my best to clean up after you.
Any problems with Austin Rake?
No. The prisoner surrendered willingly, as per the terms of your deal. This is probably the safest place for him, if the fleet want him dead. You can chat with him, if you haven't already. I'm sure he has a lot to say.
Need anything, brig officer?
As a matter of fact, I have a favor to ask. I understand that part of your undercover work involves going to the fleet headquarters, namely the key.
Yes.
While you're there, if you find anything pertaining to the history of the fleet, I'd be interested in learning about it.
Unusual request?
I apologize, but no one from our side has been to the key in ages. The history buff in me wants to learn more.
Keep an eye out.
I appreciate it. I've actually heard rumors about there being audio logs for an interview the founder of the fleet, Jasper Crix, did on the key. I'm interested in anything he had to say regarding his time in prison and how the prisoners were treated. If you find anything like that, bring it back here and we'll take a listen.
Why the fascination?
The fleet and the UC are intertwined, and I've always felt knowing that past as an important part of what we do.
Well, I got the impression
history can be
that's
a guide,
not so much the case.
or at times
Something we didn't know about then, I guess.
And if you want to know which one it is, you have to stare it in the face, regardless of how ugly it is.
So the initial setup was that the fleet emerged as a sort of union of independent pirate captains that were focused more on harming the Freestar Collective, and then later expanded to the point where they became a problem for the UC. If he thinks there's a historical connection there, it makes you wonder whether or not the UC might have had something to do with setting them up and pointing them in the direction of the Freestar Collective, because it's the sort of thing they do. How do you handle treatment of prisoners?
That's a loaded question. We err on the side of caution here, short of any physical abuse. But with the Crimson Fleet,
make ugly starships, Brad. Easy to do.
They'll take a parsec and find a way to stab
the other thing is the tough bit. What do we have to do? Parasites of mercy, security is safe, keep things as humane as possible, good mind step. Humane as possible.
Yes, although it's always a balance. At the end of the day, these are ruthless pirates, and they will take advantage of any weakness you show. But I'll be the first to admit it's not an exact science, and we've made mistakes in the past with both the carrot and the stick. As chief officer of this brig, my worst fear is that we'll someday repeat them.
Yeah, best avoid it if you can. Have any of the prisoners tried to escape?
We have multiple turrets attached to the ceiling. If you've met Ensign Betty, she's personally calibrated them to ensure they cover the entire area. That being said, firing the turrets should be considered a last resort.
Can the prisoners end up here?
The cells you see here are for captured pirates and prisoners of war. If you apprehend any pirates during the course of your missions, they'll be detained here.
And thoughts on the commander?
He's a good man, singularly focused when it comes to the fleet. But that's not to say he doesn't care about his crew. I can tell you a story as an example if you'd like to hear it.
Sure.
So, I'm a bit of a workaholic, and I forget to take breaks. One day, Commander Ikande passes by the brig and sees me at my desk. He takes one look at my haggard face and says, "Officer, I'm headed to the mess hall. If you're not with me in 15 minutes, your services will no longer be required on my ship." I tried to protest, but he was dead serious. So I went. We had lunch, talked about old times, and I went back to the brig, refreshed and ready to work. It's little things like that. You can see he pays attention, and that he cares about the people, not just the work.
Yeah, that's good.
Keep the floors and your nose clean, and you can stay as long as you like.
If you ask me, the brig's too good for these worthless thugs. Lieutenant Toft is as organized as they come. You can be sure she'll keep our T's crossed and guns loaded.
Not worried about dotting I's, as long as T's are crossed and the guns are loaded. This has got an interesting sort of vibe of what's it? Magneto's prison in X-Men. Just a little bit. Can you give me a cell number for this guy? Because I don't see the guy. This is in the interrogation room, which says inaccessible, so I'm guessing not. Quick protocols, transfer protocols. High-level confinement facility for captured pretrial prisoners charged with piracy. Nothing massively interesting. So, am I blind, or is this guy just not actually here? Well, I get the vibe he might be in here, because it looks like somebody's in there. Where is the guy?
We'll keep the brig ready as you were.
The Vigil? I saw one of the ensigns get an Alpha Centauri from Officer Petrosian the other day. The man takes his job very seriously.
Get a what? Who's you what now? Well, I'm supposed to be able to talk to that guy, but if he's here, I can't bloody see him. Xion knows. Let's see if I can see about reading those the notes we got. Add the camp. That's the guy we've already dealt with. Personality, hot-headed, competent, seasoned. Which is it? Humans and Fleet ship captain operating out of Sardinia. Hot-headed means he's easy to provoke, which has gotten him into numerous scrapes. Despite his flaw, he's a seasoned ship captain, and in most cases he uses his battle prowess to escape sticky situations. As more information on Crimson Fleet captains gathered, additional profiles added to Office Terminal. Commander Candy's Office Terminal, okay. Nevermora. 32. Short fused, temperamental, intense, incendiary. Born and raised in Neon, orphaned at a young age, most of her youth getting arrested for crimes ranging from assault to grand larceny, frequent visitor to Sifdev prison. 22, stowed away on a transport to Akita City, eventually recruited into the Crimson Fleet. And same addendum. Delgado, 44, clever, shrewd, careful, calculating. Originally hailing from Akita City, fell into crime at a young age despite being born into wealth. Parents exiled him in the hopes of correcting the behaviour, yet only served to increase his criminal behaviour, culminating in the theft of cargo ship, which he used to ingratiate himself into the Crimson Fleet. Shrewd and clever leader, not prone to rush judgment, he keeps a tight rein on the Crimson Fleet, but gives pirates enough latitude, to do what they do best. Interesting.
Orders came down. Somebody signs division policy. Everyone on board's to look out for heat leeches. Consider yourself informed.
Oh yeah. You'll definitely want to look out for heat leeches. That's what's the thing going on in here that's interesting, is there? Not really. Having evidence to look up, do you? Doesn't look like. Requires computer access to open it.
Jump and patrol high traffic orbitals for fleet.
I don't know which computer though. Wonder if something's going to happen later that's going to require that, or could potentially happen. Unless it's that computer, maybe. Probably not. Guessing that there won't be any more information on the terminal up here, but see what we can find anyway.
We got a wager going over whether the fleet would let you in or leave you for dead. And, unless you're a zombie, I owe the ops team lunch.
Sister crew uniform, huh? It's quite cool. Take it, and apparently that's not a problem. Pirate operations, Crimson Fleet tactics, personal documents. Reports of pirate activity continue to plague battle systems, while mission boards supply us with intel. Fleet often changes targets to keep us guessing. According to TOS report, 3 types of operations Fleet uses to fill its coffers: piracy, smuggling, and theft. Hone these operations under current leadership would do well to study their tactics so we better protect settled systems. There's an old saying, to fight the enemy, one must know their enemy. The aphorism, while tried, still holds true today. Like many disorganized groups, Crimson Fleet uses guerrilla tactics. They use the element of surprise to their advantage, grav jumping and quickly striking their targets before fleeing the scene. These are not revelatory tactics. Throughout history, ambush, deception, sabotage, and espionage have been tools smaller groups employ to outmaneuver larger naval forces. SysDef was formed in order to fight this foe in the non-traditional sense. It is up to the leadership to find creative ways to do that without sacrificing principles. State of the vigilance, Crimson Fleet threat, and resolve and purpose. After speaking with Commander Natara, Lieutenant Toft assured me that Project Savin has been fully tested under engineers at SOI 920 and approved by MAST. If everything goes according to plan, we'll begin implementation immediately. When time comes, upgrade will be essential for what we have planned. I'm guessing that is the shield upgrade. It's no secret we've had trouble explaining to officials at MAST the urgency of the Crimson Fleet menace. Despite the fact that they are a disorganized band of pirates, they must be treated as a criminal organization that poses a threat to the safety of the settled systems. Unfortunately, without intel on the inner workings of the Crimson Fleet, much of this is speculation. We need someone on the inside to help us fill in the blanks. This is why I've requested the records of every prisoner detained by the United Colonies. Surely there's a candidate among them who will suit our needs. There you go. Pete Hines is retiring. Yes, he is. The announcement came out today. After 24 years at Bethesda, and that's like 90% of his career right there, so. UC coffee mug, nice. Yeah. Man's taking the opportunity and presumably the result of long planning and hard work to retire a little early. Don't blame him. I don't really want too many UC mugs, I don't think. Got a few, but... do wish we could do more stuff like this in outposts and apartments and things, but placement is a bit awkward. Interesting. I might go and have a look through there in a minute.
Howdy. Pardon.
Sure, you should be in.
Well, Mr. Darth, your diagnostics check out, so that's good. Given your age, it looks like your rotational gears are due for a viscosity check. Ooh, and having to take another look at your camera.
Interesting lady. Yeah, she said that previous lady sounded like she should be in the Freestar Collective. Not as good on any. Well, I mean, it's got better energy protection, thermal protection. So it's a bit warmer, apparently. Which you wouldn't think it would be. Maybe. Not as good against corrosive, physical, or energy damage. We'll blend in a bit. She was the one who calibrated the turrets, wasn't she? Oh yeah, speaking of Pete Hines retiring, apart from that, having made his way all the way up to head of publishing at Bethesda, which is no mean feat.
I still don't buy it though.
I don't know who he is. I'll talk to him in a minute.
Basic training. I had the record for fleet kills.
You and the other lady as well, unless you're the same
Do
one.
what Commander Ikande says, and you'll go far.
Interesting. This is a big ass bridge. Yeah, Will Shen.
SysDef Marines are the best of the best. What are we hearing in terms of chatter?
No idea what that might be in context of. There you go. Yeah, Will Shen is also departing Bethesda, or has departed Bethesda, which is not really surprising. He was lead quest designer, I think, on Starfield. Now the game's out, he's headed on to the next thing. There's my ship on the side there. And his next thing is joining Jeff Gardner, the former project lead on 76, at Something Wicked Games, working on Weird Song, which should be interesting. Right, where's that weird guy? Here he is. Talk to you.
How's the pirating business? I don't know about you.
It's understandable. I'm new here. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
People who work undercover, they're sneaky by nature. Hard to read. When I fly, I want someone beside me who I can predict. Boxes by the Marquess of Queensbury rules. But you're a southpaw. A wild card.
Well, your pronunciation's a little wider than mark, but I get what you're saying. It's understandable. I'm new here.
That isn't it. We've got plenty of green pilots picked right from the academy. But yours happen to come from a different farm. Vanguard. But if Commander Ikande says you're SysDef, then you are one of us. For now.
Pilot?
You guessed it. In fact, I'd say you've got what linguistic experts call FOGO, a firm grasp of the obvious. But I'm not just any pilot. I'm the best, and I've got the kills to prove it.
I can fly seconds around the don't just go the obvious, so heavy to check out. I got to have you on my side.
You got some set of manners, kid. The fleet are gonna eat you up.
How'd you get involved with SysDev?
Long story. I got my start in the academy and made a name for myself hunting the Crimson Fleet. I eventually got recruited to do test flights on a star station orbiting Lloyden's Rock. Me and 3 other Archangel pilots did some work on some extremely dangerous prototypes. But I called a few favors and got back home with SysDev. Someone with my talents needs to be here, where the action is.
Yeah, that sounds about right now. Steve, sorry. Where did you learn to fly?
I cut my teeth on space trucks, believe it or not. Before I got my stripes, I was just another cargo hauler trying to earn an honest wage. But after a couple slick escapes, I got recruited to the academy and went from dodging pirates to hunting them. Thing is, some of my best tricks were with a big rig. Ever try a pitchback with a Hope Tech truck with 2 fleet wraiths on your tail? Compared to that, doing it with a military fighter is a piece of cake.
Lovely.
Try not to forget who you are, okay? It'd break the commander's heart to have to knock you down.
Somehow, I don't think it would. He's been pretty cold about whether or not I worried about whether or not I was going to die.
Symbol of revenge to others.
Excuse me.
What?
Most of our operations team graduated top of their class at the academy. If there's fleet out there, we'll find them.
All right.
I hope you're having a good day.
Yes?
Can see comme ça. I'm going and heading over to the key with pockets full of. Oh, in a SysDev uniform might not be the way forward. Ooh, nice. Mag snipers shouldn't be an energy weapon anyway, should it, Steve?
Textbook there. We're free.
I wouldn't think so, anyway. Right. A long-ass jump to the Crick system via Linara, which I think got mentioned recently, didn't it? Ecliptic base, Caleb. We cleared out a couple of weeks ago? Week ago? It gets mentioned at some point and you hear about it.
Wow, look at that. A whole new set of stars.
Oh, it does it? I kind of see why. It doesn't really quite fit into either category, does it? Yeah, I mean it basically is, but it's still firing a ballistic projectile, isn't it? Several of them.
Starfield was smooth as butter.
Alright. Now we jump to Crix. See how this goes. It's kind of like the railguns you can get now. I don't think I've seen the model for it yet, so... Based on that same general idea, aren't they?
We're here, Captain.
Here we go. There's the key by Suvorov. So there's nothing else here apart from Suvorov and all its 6 satellites. Bit nippy, apparently. Ooh, hello, you're a little bit wobbly today, aren't you? There's a second station over there, look of it. Or it looks like there was a station here that got blown to bits, one or the other. See if we can't get a cool picture of this place. I feel like coming at it from the other side might be the way to do that. Lots of cargo storage on the key. I wonder what this place was before it was turned into whatever the heck it is now. There's a Crimson Fleet ship parked up there. Interestingly, despite all the light bouncing back off that planet, I suppose there's more coming from this side, isn't there? Kinda wish this thing would move a little faster in space, or could be made to move a little faster. Yeah, sneaky pistol builds being viable is pretty damn cool. Gotta love a good pistol build. Trying to find a cool angle on this is proving to be a little bit more difficult than I was expecting. I mean, it's cool in general, but finding something that's going to look as interesting as I was hoping, easier said than done, I think. Come further around here, that's where it starts to get lacking in illumination. There's another couple of Crimson Fleet ships over at the back there. Tuffy. Ooh, no. Back up. Try that again without the accident, eh? How did you arrive at the key? Well, I crashed into it.
Docking integrity, 100%. Good to go, Cap.
How are you doing, Alex? You alright? Been enjoying the Star Shard? Not so bad. Yeah, the look's not really my cup of tea either. But...
make quite the pairing.
Will do, honey. Crap.
Hey now, what was that about?
I pressed the wrong... Well, no, I've gripped my mouse a bit too aggressively and wasted a grenade. Let's get scenario. I'll have to jump a couple of systems, but...
Imagine how Solomon must have felt. We're here, Cap.
Make my own entrance with the front of my ship. And I'm not blowing the bed up.
Time to cycle the airlock and move.
How did your bed get broken? Too much, you know. No, I just threw a grenade on it.
Let me guess. You missed me and you couldn't stay away.
Fucking in tiny little invisible walls. In front of these, like, join points are kind of annoying at times.
Hey, you're up. Perfect. We have so much to do, to see.
Like the navigator gear. Yeah, it's definitely not got good stats.
But it was 30. Big difference on 40% of 10 versus 30.
You wanted 4K, you got 4K. Not my problem.
If you're stealing from me, you bet your ass it's your problem.
You kidding me? Way to make a mess in front of my new rook.
Hey, steal from me and get caught? Better off dead.
Sounds like you did the fleet a favor. Now toss this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air freshener.
It was entertaining. Any goodies on that corpse?
The hell took you so long? Forget how
Dunno,
to
find out in a
grab
bit.
or something?
Why did you miss me? She didn't. She doesn't deal with humor very well. So I kept you waiting. I ran first to deal with. Job done. I'm here, so back off. Job done. I'm gonna be a bit more assertive, I think.
Fair enough. Glad to see you showing some backbone. Just be careful that you can back up that attitude before you square off with someone who can kick your ass. But
You ain't that
all
someone,
that
honey.
aside, you made it. So now you get to hear a nifty history lesson. Pencils ready?
It'll be a blast. Yeah.
This
Say that with the
floating scrap
jetpacks,
heap
though.
you're standing on is called the Key. Used to be an old UC military star station, and now it's the fleet's base of operations. Might look a little beat up on the outside, but we keep it together.
Yeah, it's a big drop, isn't it, Steve? I quite like the bounty hunter stuff's look. It's the weight stat on it that I really don't like. Good place for some R&R. Looks a real dumb. But it pisses off the UC station here. Took over an entire UC star station.
Sure did. Right out from under their noses. Way before you or I were born, though. We've held this station for a very long time. Don't worry. Delgado will tell you all about it.
It pisses off the UC, yeah?
You think? And that's only part of it. I'll let Delgado fill you in on the whole story. He tells it better anyway. But I can give you the short version while we walk the station.
I love tours. Gift shop last this time, though, right? I want to stay focused.
Anyway,
I'll tell you all about the key, but it's better if I show you too. Follow me.
Sure.
Well, they don't need it now.
True that. Don't suppose this log here is particularly good. No.
So, the key is in orbit around Suvorov. That's the very same ice ball where the United Colonies built a supermax prison they call the Lock.
Huh.
The UC is so clever. Supermax prison, lock, key. Huh, cute, huh?
Yep. Can I get a good angle here to make a ridiculous joke? I don't know. Probably not. I was going to try and get a picture of back of my character, so I just had a nice view under the backside, but, you know, it's not going to quite work, apparently. Oh, well.
Now, we've got everything the fleet needs right here. Of course, you've got to pay for it. Remember...
That's quite cool. Get this sorted out where I'd like would be a bit difficult, but we can do something cool there.
On the key, credits are king. What the hell is this?
All right, hang on, Nev. Before you get pissed, I've got my hands full.
Jasmine, sweetie, I'm trying to give a tour here. So you want to tell me why those damn doors are sealed?
It's called a malfunction.
Nice outfit.
You know, that thing I spend most of my day dealing with. Believe me, my people are on it. Have a little faith for once.
Aww.
I'll find it first.
Always, Angel. This here's Jasmine. You need anything for your ship, she's got you covered. We'll hit up the depot next since these doors have given out on us. So anyway, we were talking about the Lock. About 100 years ago, the prisoners down there rioted and took over the place. After stealing some ships, they were actually able to make it up here and took over the key.
About time you brought us new blood, Neva. I was getting tired of trading with the same old faces.
You're just ticked everyone's getting wise to your ridiculous prices, Aludra. Anyway, welcome to the depot, Rook, where you'll be lucky if these blood-sucking leeches don't bleed you completely dry.
Whoa, whoa. It's not our fault that people don't appreciate how much it costs to get untraceable merchandise onto the key.
Neva's just whining.
Got a moment?
She thinks she lost a ton of cash.
Let's catch up.
Selling us a shipment of
Talk
beer.
to me.
She should have done her homework.
Yeah, sure, laugh it up. I remember that
Just
next
a nice
time I
lady share
need
the
something
cargo.
from you cheapskates.
Yeah, I thought she might.
Let's move on. Back to my story. After the liberated prisoners grabbed the key, they established it as a base of operations and began pirating the spaceways. That was how the Crimson Fleet began. Of course, Jasper Cricks had a lot to do with all that, but we'll get to him later. Rook, meet Zuri, queen of the rare exports.
If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Neuroamps, blueprints. Hit her up and she'll take care of you.
Still got no bloody idea what Neuroamp is, but
You still owe me for that last purchase.
I guess we'll find out.
It's like 5 figures. Don't make me collect it the hard way.
The hard way? Oh no. Rook, protect me from Zuri's vengeance. Enough of the bullshit, Zuri. I'll pay you when I pay you. Deal with it. Got a problem with that? Take it up with the boss. On the right, you've got
I don't get a feeling if she does, that wouldn't go over well.
I'm sure you know the deal there. He'll buy pretty much anything, no matter how hot. Then
Food Authority got outpost here, huh?
And only Samina Mizra. She'll patch you up, if you've got the money. We don't run any free clinics up in here, you don't? Okay, this is our final stop. Over there, you've got the last Nova.
Red Mile 2.
Serves watered-down drinks at ridiculously exorbitant prices. And right here is the most important place on the entire station. The Reckoner's Core, run by the incomparable
Not a bad outfit.
Another new rook, Neva? I can't believe Delgado still lets you recruit, given what happened with the last one.
You mean Austin Ray? It's been taken care of, all right? I don't like loose ends, and this rook is the one who tied it off.
Perhaps next time you'll try to be a bit more discerning regarding your choices. It's far more cost-effective.
Yeah, love you too, darling. Anyway, Xion handles our lifeblood. The money. We call him our Reckoner, but if you ask me, he's actually a pain in the ass.
And Neva will...
Don't suppose... God damn it. I'm trying to get a good picture of these two, but... well, actually, what happens if I try... Yeah, my head torch disappears. Which means I kind of need my character there.
Your throat if she thinks you'll bleed creds.
Alright, let's try from that angle. It's probably quite good there, I think. Cool.
Go to hell, boss. Take care of our new friend here, or I'll find a way to pull the pin on that little party popper in your chest. Anyway, Xion will get you set up in our system. I've got real work to do. Once you're done, head upstairs and I'll introduce you to the boss.
Okay.
Time for a proper introduction. I am Xion Voss, the official reckoner for the Crimson Fleet. And since Neva so thoughtfully mentioned it, yes, this is a bomb embedded in my chest. And no, I'll never know the meaning of the word humble. In fact, I find Delgado's idea of a security measure to be quite empowering.
Interesting security measure. It's a bit extreme. I was going to get infected. Just get this up so I can start making money. How is that empowering? Interesting choice.
Glad you approve. Obviously, betrayal isn't taken lightly around here. Since I oversee the bulk of transactions and maintain all accounts for the fleet, I'm a prime target for information. Should our enemies capture me or I grew any semblance of a moral conscience, you might consider me the greatest threat we have. For Delgado, the bomb grants peace of mind and a certain degree of safety.
Yeah, that's quite the secret. So one wrong move you did.
Essentially, but I sleep soundly knowing I'm one of the few that can piss Delgado off and live. Should I die, all of my knowledge, the accounts, the credits, it would be a mess. He wouldn't dare. He holds the trigger, but we all know that my death cripples the fleet. Call the bomb a weapon of last resort.
I should imagine you don't get out much.
It's been over 5 years since I've stepped off the key. Leaving this place puts far too much at risk. Now, let me get you set up. A moment while I convene with the core. Thanks to advanced modifications even Xion would envy, I can interface directly with our mainframe and the Galbank network. This allows me to move and clean credits faster and more efficiently than any run-of-the-mill cyber runner.
Interesting.
Yeah, you're done. All you need
Cool outfit,
now
though.
is Delgado's blessing, and you'll be one of us.
About time. That was easy. Any other modifications I need to know about?
None. Other than my chest and arm modifications, I am but a simple man. Is the interview over now? Can we get back to work?
Let's make some credits.
The perfect segue into my final subject. Thanks to our relations with contacts across the galaxy, we always have a steady stream of jobs available. I've granted you all the necessary permissions to access these listings at any time, using the computers that surround the core.
What kind of jobs we talking?
Oh, you know, smuggling, piracy, taking things that aren't yours. Nothing that should keep you up at night. Well, depending on your methods.
Sounds like we're doing a lot of business
If
together.
Neva's chosen wisely, we certainly will. Now, I believe that covers all I have to say. So you can run along to Delgado. Take the elevator to the upper level. You should be able to find your way from there, I hope.
Okay.
Alright, listen up. You can all
Shot a few bullseyes at the wrench today.
Cargo bay
That's where
doors
Simon
have
is
been
over
repaired. Oh, and you're welcome, Nev.
Are you looking to start something? Because I'll finish it.
Okay.
Is fine if you like cheap moonshine. Give me an Erdebrow lager and I'm good.
Yeah. That's the bar. Which I hadn't planned to go into through a load door yet, but I'll come back and have a look around in there in a minute. Actually I'm here now, aren't I?
Got mixed feelings about my last job. On the one hand, lost a friend. But on the other hand, I got regrets.
Oh, is this person walking like John Wayne, or are they walking like they've just crapped themselves? Because, yeah. Oh, what a bad little bar.
Yeah?
Pretty good view out there.
We haven't decided.
Why is it every time we go out and do a job, it's you who ends up with all our...
Why is it every time I go? Because you're drinking all your credits away, that's why.
creds?
My friend's got a point, Bug. Every pirate...
I hope Bug has something strong enough to knock me out.
Okay.
Got a minute to chat?
Close to a quick save, I think.
Probably not hours, though. But no guarantees.
Don't eat chunks.
Those mission boards aren't going to clear themselves.
Nothing like the smell of a dead
Nope.
shark after you cook them with an energy blast.
Oh, whoops.
Need
That's not exactly the best firearm safety I've ever seen there. Not that I was really expecting anything more or less, or however you want to interpret it, but... Fine shock shoot space suit. With good money, and apparently I can take it. Like one of them as well. The key might not be a bad place to strip mine for decorations either. Oh yeah.
If you need credits, hit up the mission boards at the core.
Here is demise. Evidence. Okay.
So wait. Say that again. You think I'm who?
Stop playing games. We both know your real name is Lionel Soto, and you know why I'm here.
Who are you? Fleet? Ecliptic? An independent?
I've spent 2 long years and every credit I had looking for you, just so I could look you in the eye before I pulled the trigger.
Hey, what's with the gun? There must be some mistake. I honestly don't know who you are.
Of course you don't know who I am. You're never concerned with the death you leave in your wake, in your pursuit of greed. You killed my husband, you son of a bitch! And now I'm going to kill you!
Such a terrible shame. All that time and money she wasted. Well. Better get rid of the body.
Interesting. Kind of. I should have seen that going that way, but I kind of didn't anticipate it. Interestingly. Problem with letting your emotions get the better of you. Ooh, SSN and Crick's interview part 7.
Let me just ask you one final question before we wrap up.
Fine. Go ahead.
When is enough going to be enough? How many credits does Jasper Cricks need until he's satisfied?
I should have expected you to ask
Every
such a
captain here has
stupid
earned their
question.
stripes, bleeding
How
for
the
the
hell
fleet.
could you ever understand? You with your fancy education and your sheltered upbringing and your cushy media job. Me, I came from nothing. Everything I own, I've literally drawn blood to gain.
There's no need to get personal. I'm simply trying to state the facts so that our listeners can make judgments of their own.
Lady, I got news for you. Half of your listeners think I'm a hero. The other half are scared out of their goddamn minds, and they should be.
Perhaps we should talk about something else.
I hope I might get a cool picture then.
No, that's it. We're done. Can you guys get her the hell out of here? Make sure she takes all this sound equipment with her.
Well, that's it then. Thank you for your...
Actually, before you go, Gail, there's one more thing I would like to say.
Yes, of course. What is it?
When you broadcast this interview on SSNN, I want you to remember that I'll be listening. If you edit even one word or manipulate my voice to change anything I've said, I will hunt you down and kill you. In front of everyone. Do you understand?
I understand. You have my word.
It's an interesting set of stipulations he had there. Let's have a quick look around the bar, see if there's any evidence to be grabbed in here while I'm here. And then we'll head on upstairs. Digipick, and whatever that is, Bog's Grog. Rum diluted with water, twisted lemon, and a pinch of gunpowder. Well, okay then.
I always thought e-leeches were just pests. Never considered trying to
Drink
raise
with a
one.
bang.
Imagine having your own terramorph.
Yeah, I can't imagine having your own terramorph would be the best thing ever, really. Don't imagine it would stay particularly docile once it transformed into a terramorph.
Bugs are softer.
I'll take that and then we'll listen to it all when I've got all of the different parts.
I heard Isla's sister is some hardcore mercenary.
Been hearing some stuff about the Mantis being back. If I have to find that bastard, the things I do to them.
Ballistic weapons do more critical damage. Nice. Take that. Bog's got some good tunes on. I don't see anything right now that would qualify as evidence, but I got some goodies out of it for mature. An interview piece.
Hey, Dusty. If you're ever thinking to yourself, I could really listen to Barrett's dulcet voice right now, then instead of dreaming about me, stop by and say hello, okay?
Bit weird, Barrett, isn't he? In power veins. Actually, the oh yeah, I know the ones you made. Some of those things are missable and you can't return to get them. Doesn't surprise me very much. We'll see how we do. I believe there was a staircase down here that I did not explore yet. I assume put up involves shooting the person who's annoying you. Hello, what have we here? That one. Nice. Don't actually want any other stuff, but I'm happy to have the XP for picking the lock. Little as it may be. We got around here. Only a couple. Now, I'll see how I do. There's 7 total. I've got 2 of them so far. School PC boxer. Somebody's building a PC. For a second there, I thought there might be a bomb in here. Still not okay. Exactly the coziest of bedrooms, that one. Take my stuff again, you die. Oh dear. Somebody's not going to be very happy then. whole lot of beer that I can't pick up. Interesting coffee cup. Ah. So that's Delgado's room or something. So there's the lift that would take me up here, I guess.
Those crabs ain't gonna steal themselves.
No, I don't suppose they are, to be honest.
Ah. Sir, other new recruits.
Command center. Okay. Here we go.
Now that we are all here, it's time to get down to business. The two of you are the only rooks that have made the latest cut. The rest, well, let's just say they won't be joining us ever again. Neva's willing to put her neck on the line and vouch for you, which means you've got what it takes to join the Crimson Fleet.
I'm disappointed. After what she put me through, she'd better vouch for me. Let's play it not too over the top. Won't disappoint.
You'd better not disappoint, or you'll find yourself answering to me personally. All right, let's get started here. When you sign up with the Crimson Fleet, you're in it for the long haul. No one quits. No one retires. The only way out is death. You stay loyal or you pay the consequences. Fleet before friends. Fleet before family. Fleet before yourself.
Got it, boss. Don't like taking orders. Doesn't happen to include fleet before breakfast because I like to sleep late. Why would a poor organization have so many rules?
Of course we have rules. If you think the Crimson Fleet was built on a lawless dream, think again. Our influence, our money, our respect comes from meticulous planning and every last soul in the fleet following my orders to the letter. That is why you need to learn to place the fleet before everything.
Tempted to make the... we gotta make the joke, haven't we?
Hey, if you've got a problem, I can decorate that wall behind you with your brains. Room could use a little color if you ask me.
Hey, I thought it was funny.
It's all right, neighbor. I admire this rook's backbone. Takes a lot of guts to crack jokes with the threat of death staring them in the face.
Can we get on with this? I want to get drunk at the last Nova.
I'm impressed. That is the first intelligent thing you have said this entire time, Mathis. Since you two seem so eager to move forward, let's get to your next job. Pack your cold weather gear, rooks. Where we are going, you're going to need it.
Oh, God, don't tell me you're dragging him down to Suvarol for another one of your little initiation runs. 10 Johns to the surface, 12 dead rooks. You'd think by now you would have given up on that goddamn campfire story.
Crix's legacy is no story, neighbor. We've got fresh eyes in the fleet. And if these two want to impress, they're going to help me search those ruins.
I hope you're right, Dale. That new code we grabbed for the lot cost us a ton of credits. And a decent captain.
This initiation, as Neva calls it, is
I like his
your
outfit.
chance to see where it all began. On Suvorov with Jasper Crix. Crix led the riots that gave birth to the Crimson Fleet. And if his legacy is still out there, we're going to be the ones to find it.
Let me test the initiations. Every pirate take on these initiations. What's this code I was talking about? Tell me more about Crix's legacy. How many testing initiations do I have to go through?
What? Were you expecting a goddamn graduation ceremony? Think I'm just going to slap a skull on you and send you on your way? Make no mistake. You are being
I assume there'd be a tattoo, wasn't it? No.
Every job
that
you
would
take
be
will be under constant
stupid.
scrutiny. And neighbor? Oh, she's just waiting for you to screw things up.
Tried building a DC ship today, failed miserably. In terms of stats, I just weren't happy with the logo. Slowly trying to work my way over towards that. Every new pirate take these initiations?
Of course. Where else could I find such a perfect location to weed out any rooks who'd be wasting the fleet's time?
What's the deal with this code?
Through a bit of luck and a hell of a lot of cash, Neva was able to get her hands on an access code to the inside of the lock. This will be the first time someone from the Crimson Fleet has set foot in there for, well, since Crix left the place behind. It has been frustrating being this close to potential clues, but not being able to find a way through those prison walls.
Tell me more about Crix's
Before
legacy.
Crix left the fleet, he left a message talking about a major score. One that would set up the fleet to be a big player in the settled systems. Somewhere down the line, they started calling it Crix's legacy. And everyone who's tried to find it has wound up empty-handed, missing, or dead. If we're gonna beat those odds, we'll first need a lead. And I would wager we will find one on Suvorov.
Dale's leaving out the best part. That this whole search is based on a handful of words on a very old slate. Crix left a lot of big talk on that recording, and not a lot of facts. Some of us believe in it more than others.
Don't listen to her. When we get our hands on Crix's legacy, the fleet will be operating at a completely different level. We will become more than a match for UC Systef.
Sounds like he's dreaming. Won't we just become a larger target? What if she's right and the legacy ain't real? Get on with it. Overly ambitious, unstoppable. Won't the fleet become a larger target?
You forget the UC is still licking its wounds from the colony wars. They don't have the capability to mount a full-scale assault. And if they were foolish enough to attack, we would have the manpower to push those pendejos right back to Jemison. If we have Crix's legacy.
And what if Neva's right?
Listen to the words that I am saying. The legacy is real. You will find that out in due time, provided you're willing to put in the work. Nothing worth having ever comes easy.
Just as long as it
True
isn't
that.
buried at the bottom of the ocean. Digging I'm fine with, but diving? I'll take a pass. Planets in this system are cold enough already.
Let's get on with that. Let's get on with it.
Sounds like someone wants to get down to business. Okay, enough discussion. We have got a lot of work to do. To that end, the next stop is the lock. I've had Jazz feed the coordinates into your ship's computer. Since Mathis doesn't have a ship, he's going to ride with me. I'll see you down there, Rook. Don't keep me waiting.
So how did this Mathis fella get here if he doesn't have Rook Beaks King join the Crimson Fleet? How did he get to the key? And how did he join up? I think it'd be interesting to find out. Anything you tell me about Jasper Crix's history for he ended up in the log? Tell me more about this initiation. Yeah, Crix's history.
I could tell you stories that would last for hours. But now is not the time. You have a job to do, and I don't like to be kept waiting. When you... well, if you get back to the key, I am sure you can find some copies of the interview he gave to SSNN around here, somewhere. I think those recordings might give you the history lesson that you are looking for.
Okay. Tell me more about this
I would
initiation.
rather you spent your time gearing up, so make it quick.
What's the deal with Mathis? Talk about Suvorov. Talk about the lock. What happened to Crix there? Let's work our way down. What's the deal with Mathis?
There is no deal. You and Mathis are two sides of the same coin. A couple of rooks fighting for a spot in the fleet. Only problem is that he is down a ship and you are not, which puts you ahead. Just barely. Who knows? Maybe he'll get lucky and you won't make it off Suvorov in one piece.
Tell me about Suvorov.
It's cold. Bitter cold. Just about the last place you would want to find yourself without heat. The few living things that can survive the extreme temperatures are constantly fighting to stay at the top of the food chain. The Crimson Fleet called Suvorov the White Hell. To me, it's paradise. Someone up here pisses me off enough, I send them down to the surface for a little overnight visit. Snaps them right back into line.
I thought he was going to say it was the kind of place you didn't want to find yourself without a hat. Tell me about the lock.
The UC built the lock as a supermax prison a little under... well, it must have been at least 100 years ago. Before that, those concha de sus madres marooned prisoners on the planet's surface and left them to their own devices. As you can imagine, these turned into some kind of demented survival of the fittest. Prisoners
Yeah,
each
a little
other
bit
for a chance
of...
at meager supplies. Luckily, some whistleblowers back in New Atlantis saw
reminds
this
me of
as cruel
something.
and unusual punishment and pressured the UC into building the facility. 5 years after the prison was completed, Crix touched off the riots that overran the lock and eventually the key.
Yeah, it's a bit Battle Royale meets something else that I forget the name of now, but the whole just dump people on a planet or an island or whatever and let them prisoners and let them just kind of fight it out. With the whole idea of the UC doing that, if what he's saying is true, then it's just kind of consistent with them more like being assholes on the down low. Yeah, practice is definitely going to be on the cards, I think, for shipbuilding when I get in there.
You want to space out? Do it on your own time.
Get lippy with me, dickhead. Yeah, I think I'll be going down a similar road to you. I was thinking Hunger Games, but I don't think it's quite Hunger Games because that's a bit more. That's a little bit different. Although it's in a similar vein to that, Caleb. Weapons, yeah, weapons and shields are going to be a big priority for me, I think. Also cargo, because yeah, I kind of want it to be a bit of a jack of all trades, and I definitely need cargo space for that. What happened to Crix and the lock?
Nobody knows exactly what went down. I mean, there's all sorts of rumors.
Possibly. I haven't seen read what about that, Caleb, so not what I'm thinking of, I don't think, though.
Must have been miserable. I suppose he just got fed up and decided to take matters into his own hands. Got the prisoners behind them and kept pushing until he reached the key. The cojones on that guy. UC's toughest supermax prison, and he just waltzed the hell out of there like it was nothing. I would love
Somehow I suspect there's a bit more to it than meets the eye there. So for now.
Fine. Then get moving.
Yep, that should about do it, Steve. Okay.
SysDef probably thinks we're a bunch of mindless marauders. We here in Ops beg to differ.
Yeah, there seems to be a bit more going on than meets the eye.
Until the heat dies down. Then it's back to raiding and pillaging.
Okay, and down on the lower bit there. Let's have a look at what's up here. Thing.
Is this important? Because I'm pretty sure you've been given orders.
Oh, shut up. He's got a really weird scarf and...
My instructions
I don't know.
What do you want?
I'm looking around at your gaff. Also, I didn't see you walk up the stairs. So how the fuck did you get up here that quick? Don't go out his computer. Okay, so this is his office, is it? Alright, okay. Okay, so I'd like next to do a bit of shopping. Clinic. Bar. Okay. Trade Authority.
Let's see what we have now.
Ah, okay. So that was the guy who we just found evidence on. Who shot that woman because he killed the husband. She hunted him down. And then, before she could get her revenge, he shot her. I think.
I hope you've brought me something interesting. What'll it be, friend? Buying?
Just seeing let's see what they got.
Oh, but the Crimson Fleet is. The Trade Authority values a good customer. Business on the Key is like no other. It's the sole...
First of all, you want to fit right in. Figure the key was for Crimson Fleet only. How long have you been on the key? Why does the Crimson Fleet allowed the Trade Authority to be here?
It's the mutual benefit. The Trade Authority buys any goods of value. We don't care how you got it, only that we can profit from it. It's the fastest way to turn your hard-earned loot into legitimate credits, ready to spend. So, naturally, it made sense to establish a presence here. Why risk flying into New Atlantis or Aquila City when you can just do business here?
Does make sense. How long have you been on the key?
I'd say it's been about 10 years now since the Trade Authority assigned me this post. It felt a little extreme at the time, but I can see why they figured it was a good fit.
Figured it was fleet
There
only.
are a few who share that sentiment. You'd think a successful business relationship would change their minds, but a few will always see me as an outsider. Regardless, as long as the fleet has goods to push, the Trade Authority will always maintain a presence on the Key.
It's still business.
Business it is.
Alright, what's he got? Operated mag shot. Does a lot of damage. I did not want to buy whatever the fuck I just accidentally bought there. Speckers Alliance suit, I really do like the look of. That's quite cool. Stats aren't quite where I need them to be. Well, the energy and EM aren't that far behind actually, but yeah. It also weighs about... No, it's a bit less, but as little as I was hoping. Yeah, I'll sell some stuff in a minute. Not quite as good as I was hoping. Right, okay, that can go. That I need. Need that. And one of these, I don't know why I should have accidentally bought, but whatever, it doesn't really matter that much at this point. Okay. Looks good. What's that?
Your credits are always good at the Trade Authority.
Neon base, are they? So there's a structure plate turns normal ship joint parts into weapon joint parts. I've got a feeling there might be something like that you can get from Nova Galactic actually, but I'm not sure.
My prices, if it's hard to find, I've probably got it. Hey, I'm always ready to take credits off your hands.
Interesting. Beowulf. Okay. Rune Pain Blade. Oh, that looks interesting. Not really into that personally, but spacesuit. Advanced pirate spacesuit. I kind of wish the pirate spacesuits were actually worth having because they do look quite cool. Any apparel? Let's see. That's quite cool. Instigation. I'm not sure what the hell that is, but diplomacy. Again, I'm not quite sure what the deal with that is. Gotta leave that for now. Antiques that I can put in my gaff if I'd like
Always
to.
a pleasure.
Need a drink? Bog at the Last Nova will be more than happy.
Superior trackers. Yeah, wouldn't mind one of those.
Shopping for pirated goods is a catch-22. Half the price, twice the guilt. Got a minute to chat? Maybe a few minutes. Probably not hours, though. But no guarantees.
Interesting. What's up here, I wonder? A heat leech.
Got a minute to chat? Maybe a few minutes. Probably not hours, though. But no guarantees. Need something?
So what do you think about Delgado? If it came down to it, I'd back him up.
Doesn't matter what I think. I just keep my head down and my weapon hot. You should do the same.
I like taking chances.
The fleet protects our...
Yeah, somebody's asking to die there, I think. Get killed. Okay, so... Oh, okay. Interesting. Not sure of any the wiser as to where it was. Is that functional or not? I'm guessing not, because it'll blow right through the floor and end up, you know, sucking everybody out into space. So, tactical gear.
Price is too high when it comes to protection, right?
I'm specializing.
Best tactical gear to protect your ass this side of the galaxy. Metal plated for when you're up against bullets. Leather for those jobs that might require a subtle touch. All made by yours truly, of course, except for a few used odds and ends that no one's gonna miss.
Here we go.
Let's get you set up.
Yeah, I don't think the mercenary one's kind of my style, really. Calibrated pirate, explorer. Explorer sometimes has pretty decent stats on it for what it is, but it's ugly as sin. Mercenary. Yeah, there's the mercenary one that's... Again, I mean, it's not bad. It's kind of chunky, though. I mean, I like a thicker looking spacesuit, but that's pushing it, you know? Pirate Assault. There's nothing here that's actually got... Like, the Tracker's Alliance is the best one he's got. And, yeah, I don't know. It's almost worth taking the hit, but not on this one, I don't think. I'll get upgraded on down the line, so... Pirate Crew, swashbuckler gear. Ooh, now we're talking. That's quite cool looking. I like the look of that. Having one of them for sure. How much? Ooh, no. But look, Digipix, I'll have all of them for sure. Got any set of clothes? Happy about that.
Need to have...
Pretty sure I only bought one, not two, unless they handed me one, which might explain something.
Look at my graph drive. I swear it's not jumping to the right place.
All right, make it quick.
It's jumping a little to the right.
Behold, my random assortment.
Grab jet. So that's the one I've got. Which, okay, that's weird. That can go, and that'll get equipped more in a bit. And otherwise, I've already got one. This is what I'm selling, isn't it? Okay. Long bun, but okay.
All right, let's get this over with.
She's got a disruptor solder, some grenades, some resources, some meds, nothing interesting other than that.
Oh, bye, I guess.
Bye. Yeah. Got no. Right. What are you flogging?
Weapons, ammo, mods, whatever you need.
Bet you haven't got many mods.
Neva's new hotshot. I knew you'd find your way back to my little corner of the key.
Yeah, I'm not sold on the shop
Always does.
trooper's appearance. I'm not sure about the other two so much, off the top of my head.
Take a look around, genius. And don't tell me you've never laid eyes on a gun before. But just in case I need to spell it out for you, the merch I carry is known as weapons and ammunition. Get it?
Just here to buy.
Hey, if you want to pour credits into my pocket, you won't hear any arguments from me.
Navigator.
I carry most of the standard hardware. You know, kinetics, electromags, energy, even a few explosives.
And a poltergeist.
I stock a few smuggled items.
Over there.
Basically, the stuff Sister doesn't want you to play with. Just don't screw me over, or I'll be inclined to give you a free demo. With your head as the target.
Let me guess, trust issues?
Oh, we all have trust issues here. A little advice, Sadiqi? The fleet's trust can't be bought. You earn it. You bleed for the fleet bleeds for you. Pure and simple. Anyone who says otherwise is either lying or getting ready to stab you in the back.
Thanks for the etiquette lesson, Professor.
Don't say I never did you any favors.
Yeah, having a bunch of contraband vendors who are willing to buy contraband easy to get to is definitely a good thing. So we've got.
Just gotten a new shipment.
Literally. Coachman, Grendel, Beowulf, Sidestar, Baron Knife, A99. Bang, Magshot, Razorback. AK. Feather. Ooh, well, that's an upgrade on what I've got. That's likely to be a win. Now it's Fury. And that is a Furious AK, not having that one. Magshear is a rifle. Rounds are going up on that. Very high fire rate. Kraken, Maelstrom, Drumbeat, Pirate Legend. No. Cool name. Crap specials on it. Star Shard. Yeah, that is. I mean, it's interesting, but it's kind of like they tried to design something alien, and what they came out with was a weird, shitty, plasticky, cheap-looking toy. I really don't like the design on that. I'm not quite sure what they were going for with it. Most of the other stuff's great. These are just jarringly weird, which is probably the point, but still. Kraken, another pacifier. Yep, well, I am going to come down here and buy a feather. Fauches. You can have my calibrated tombstone. Yeah. I was thinking about seeing whether or not I wanted to swap it for Sam's, but it can't be fashed. It's a lot of hassle. Anything else to buy? No, not ready.
All right. See you around.
I think it needs modifications, but I like that it weighs a lot less. The other one didn't have any advantages, any legendary effects at all, so the fact its mass is all the way down is not such a bad thing.
And now you buy from me, you can look good and the right gear.
What were we saying here? Shock Trooper, Deep Seeker, and Navigator. Is there any Navigator stuff? No. So again, though, I really do like the Crimson Fleet stuff. I just wish it was a bit better looking. A bit better stat-wise, rather. Right now.
So, hey, Dusty. If you're ever thinking to yourself, I could really listen to Barrett's dulcet voice right now, then instead of dreaming about me, stop by and say hello, okay?
Soon, everyone is going to learn to fear the fleet.
Whatever you say, hon.
So,
Don't know how I feel about this seat,
the
but
rook
hey.
walks right up to Bog, lifts the drink, and pours it all over the floor. There, I finished it, he says.
It's the same
And
outfit
after
as
Bob
most of
was
these people
done
are
with
wearing.
them, they needed a bonk to clean up the mess. Yeah, we've all heard that crap 1,000 times.
Well, now it's 1001. Deal with it.
Never do a job unprepared. You need supplies, you hit up the depot.
It's cool, look. Oh, it's Mathis, huh?
It's cold as hell on Suvorov. I hope you've packed your long johns.
Guy doesn't sound like he's much of a pirate.
Is Samina seeing anyone right now? The patients, I mean. I got a sore hip. A slow ship will get you caught. Talk to Jazz if you need upgrades.
As long as you put the fleet first,
Where is Jazz?
we won't have any problems.
Jazz. I'm guessing... Yeah. Back in here. Looks like...
Here to upgrade that ship of yours? So, looks like we got ourselves a new rook. Once again, I'm Jazz, resident engineer here. Like Neva said, you need ship parts, repairs? I'll hook you up. As long as your credits are good.
You went full on Crimson Fleet, right? It's a bit too much of a step back in terms of some of the gear, but I'm happy to go for the costume, you know, the main casual clothes. I see where you're going, guy. It doesn't really do it for me, though. Have to see how this goes. Hopefully has a wider variety than those two, the UC, the Freestar. Must take a lot of effort to keep this tin can off life support.
Well, it did when I first got here. Most of these folks aren't too keen on maintenance. Today, the key's about as safe as any other UC station, just with a hell of a lot more personality. I can guarantee your ship will be in good hands, so if you're looking for an upgrade, let me know. We got the best selection in the settled systems. Illegal, unregistered, recalled. We sell it all. No questions asked.
Interesting. Only shop when you see a Freestar scanners?
No. You buy from me, you're worry-free. I can't have my customers getting caught now, can I? That's bad for business.
Always looking for an edge?
Anything that keeps the UC and Freestar Rangers off your tail is a must-have in my book. Just let me know when you want to talk business.
What's to do with you and Neva?
Neva's mine, so don't be getting any ideas.
Oh, that's interesting.
She may be a little rough around the edges, but she's just looking out for her own. There's no one better to have your back.
How'd you wind up with the key?
Truth is, the fleet rescued me. Of course, I wouldn't have needed rescuing if they hadn't blown up the ship I was working on. Delgado plucked me out of space and brought me to the key. I took one look at the place and was compelled to work. Soon after, he offered me a permanent spot with the fleet.
Help me with my ship.
All business and no fun, huh? What do you need?
Can you modify? Need some repairs. See what you have for sale. Let's see what ships you have for sale.
And I need your cash. It's a match made in heaven.
Crimson Fleet Haunt. Reaper. Got decent shielding capacity. It's a B class. Pretty ugly. White. Again, many ugly things going on here, but I assume that's the bridge on the top there, is it? Low shielded capacity, otherwise that's C-class, okay. Banshee. Oof. They do build ugly ass ships, the Crimson Fleet.
Ship services? No, but just remember.
Let's modify my ships.
Bet you
See if she's
would.
got any interesting
I'm
parts.
just kidding. Let's take a look.
Shipbuilder. So she's got some fairly good stuff. High-tech stuff, Nova. Some Strata stuff as well. Oh, when I actually start upgrading things and building out something myself, this is going to be quite the project. A load of weapons. Shielded cargo. Yeah, wouldn't mind. This is probably a bit awkward shaped. That'd probably be the one to go for. Get a couple of those on there. 240, or at least get one of those on there, maybe. But I was going to start screwing around my whole ship to do that. I don't really want to do that right now. So I might give that a go at some point.
Dump used to belong to the United Colonies. You can't spell suck without UC. Am I right?
How very creative of you.
Job. On the one hand, lost a friend. But on the other hand, I got the creds. I'll probably feel better among the them.
Workbenches, huh?
In the fleet, you either put up, shut up, or die. Your choice.
Everybody in the fleet thinks it's such a badass.
Came out of the mud. We grind for every cred, and it shows.
Yep, know the feeling.
Get lost. I'm trying to get ready for the job. You should do the same.
I think I probably have done the same, to be honest. Because I don't think I'm getting much more that is of major value. So about the cargo modules. I probably will at some point. I don't want to do it right now, though. Because when I do it, I'll have to strip all my cargo bays out of all the extra crap that gets dumped into them. I don't really feel like going through all that palaver right now. That's presumably where my ship is. Pretty cool, the key.
Rook.
Something you want to say to me?
You see SysDef as a joke. They haven't caught us yet.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, that's my problem, Caleb. Problem is, it jumps all into my cargo hold, and then I have to go and flog it all one by one bloody bit. Takes ages.
If you're ever thinking to yourself, I could really listen to Barrett's
It is not fun. I'll get it sorted eventually. Okay, log barrel, laser sight. Optic needs to be a reflex sight. Muzzle suppressor. Armor piercing rounds. I'd like penetrator rounds, but can't do that, so armor piercing it is for now. Hair trigger versus high powered. I think high powered is probably slightly better route. I think we decided, didn't we? Marginally. I think that's everything I can do on here for now. Nice.
Ahoy, Captain.
Ahoy, Cora.
Well, hello, sunshine.
Did you need
Hello
something?
yourself. Right.
I don't know about you, but a fella could do a lot worse in Constellation.
Let's see. What's to go in there? Apparel. Staff crew uniform. Hat. Set the poncho stuff can go. Set their outfits can go away for now. Those probably can as well, to be honest. Yeah, I really don't know what to make of this particular outfit. Some of it I quite like, and I like the details and stuff on it. I'm not sure about this weird padded chest section here. Otherwise, it's quite cool. I've got two of them. I meant to sell one, but I forgot. Oh well. Yeah, Cargo keeps getting refilled with the stuff he collected on Crete. Do you still have like this module, which is the original one that Barrett originally had set up, hence his hat there and other things that should be here but aren't? Broken Constellation helmet. Or the original cockpit, which I don't think I have anymore. I think I've changed the cockpit out for a slightly upgraded version. But yeah, if you have those original ones, they'll probably keep filling up with the same stuff, won't it? Anyway, next time, Echoes of the Past is, I think, what we're going to be doing. Delgado's asked me to meet him on a planet called Severov, supposed to give you the origin of Crix's legacy. Together we'll work on... Excuse me. Together we'll be exploring a Supermax prison called The Lock in an effort to uncover information about the elusive treasure. Well, beast of a awesome looking gun there. Happy about that. Yes, I think we will pursue that next time. I do need to head out and hunt down some pirates in various parts of the galaxy, because it's supposed to be a good way to get some different pirate gear, like off captains. You can farm it that way, apparently. So I'd like to do that. And, yeah, I need to upgrade my ship, but that's going to require some levels, I think. Anyway, we'll see. See if I can get some of that done at some point this week. Like that, is it? There we go. And, yeah. I need to get cracking with some other stuff, actually. Should really make a start on... well, I might be able to do that, actually. Make a start on working on a Fallout build, which I should do during the week. And I need to... yeah, think about what I'm going to do for a Starfield build later on as well. Because I need to get the ball rolling on these a little ahead of time, because it's taking a bit longer at the moment. Not the Fallout one will, but the Starfield ones are. Anyway, much to do. You still got the original Frontier module? Yeah, well, that's what it'll be, I think, Steve. So, tomorrow, Tuesday, we will be playing Fallout. Speaking of, we're going to jump back into that and tackle the next set of challenges and stuff, which should be cool. Blah, 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 blah. If you haven't checked it out already, I did a build on the smaller of the two apartments in Aquila City, which is quite cool. Came out rather well, so that's up on the channel if you haven't checked it out and you would like to. Yeah, do have a look. And obviously all the Fallout stuff. For the rest of the week, other than Tuesday, we'll jump back into Starfield and cheers, Grey. And we will press on with the Crimson Fleet questline on Wednesday, which should be cool. And YouTube, I assume, is talking crap again, because it says it's not getting enough video, but there's no reason why it'd be getting less video now than it is normally, no matter what it claims. So I assume that's rubbish. Yeah, it seemed like a good time to get the Halloween decorations up. Not planning on any Halloween-themed streams or anything, unless I come across a very short game that ties in well, or times well. But not expecting to, so. But I thought I'd throw the decorations up for the fun, you know. Since I had a drawer down there full of them. Yes, it was a decent weekend. Actually, yeah. Went to hang out with some friends, and a couple of nice meals, and a few drinks and stuff. It was good. Yeah, nice little weekend. Nice to get away from home for a couple of days as well. Yeah. So, I think that covers all the major stuff. Cheers, patriots. Thank you for hanging out. Tomorrow we'll kick off around about 8 o'clock, and yeah, I guess I'll spend a little bit of time today working on my next Fallout thing, which I think is probably going to be the Root Cellar, which I think is fun. Part of me is thinking I should do a Halloween-themed build for that. Part of me is also thinking maybe not. Don't know. I can always do both. We shall see. Of course, the problem is Halloween-themed build probably has to come first. I'll have a ponder. Yeah, I've got good stuff I could do, a Halloween-themed thing. Might be a little bit early, because I normally would do a Halloween-themed build closer to Halloween, funnily enough. Like, probably next week instead of this week, but yeah, I might do it this week. We'll see. The other question is what else is going to come out tomorrow on the Atomic Shop. So I might do something with that next week as well, or in the next couple of weeks. Or maybe do a couple of fun things. We'll see. Anyway, folks, that's going to be a lot to think about the next couple of days. So I'm going to head off and chill for a bit, because I'm actually getting a bit tired now, which is good. Maybe I'll actually get to sleep at a sensible time. We'll see. And we'll have that Fallout thing sometime in the week. But for now, thank you for hanging out. Do check out social media links, merch store, channel memberships, all that good stuff down below if you want. Likes and subs and notification bell and all that. And yeah, Fallout tomorrow and more Starfield as the week goes on, which should be cool. And hopefully we'll get a few more levels and I'll be in a position to actually upgrade my ship before too long and have some cool, more advanced components for the ships, which should be nice. Need a couple of levels before I can do that though, so might be one to have a look into. Anyway, in the meantime, have yourselves a good rest of your evening. Have a good day tomorrow. Look after yourselves. Stay safe. And yeah, I'll catch you around about the usual time tomorrow evening for a little Fallout. So, enjoying the Crimson Fleet and looking forward to continuing. But for now, I'll see you next time. Have a good one, folks. Night.